Greetings, all excellencies. Now we are in 2023. After the pandemic, 2020, a watershed year in the history of humanity. It taught us so many lessons, and the same pandemic brought us onto a world, a unique world, that is online world. So really, the saying of Indian phrase, what we call Vasudhaiva Kudumbakam, it has become true. It has become true after 2020 because many nations, people from different countries are coming onto one platform to share their ideas, views, to protect the humanity. We are in the era where the survival is very important because the year 2020 taught us many lessons. The year 2020 taught us many lessons. We think that we are superpower. Human beings are superpower, but the notion has changed. A small living being can change. It can change all our lives in a fraction of a second. That was the scenario after 2020. We learned many lessons. But at the same time, we have become so vulnerable. The people have become so vulnerable. So then we started World Peace Campaign in 2020. Then today we are here. We are expecting that we are about to start our work physically from this year onwards, such a way we are planning. So anyway, that will be explained by our Professor Dr. Vijay Carolyn ma'am. But I want to say big thanks to all our honorable Vice Chancellors, because the moment we requested their presence on the inaugural day, they humbly accepted. Really, we are blessed. We are blessed to have, because such a great visionaries be here on this special occasion to support the thing, world peace, because it is the need of the hour. So I welcome you all. First of all, we start with our chief guests, special guests, keynote speakers, panel speakers, and all the delegates who are joining this program and who are watching online. I invite you all onto this World Peace Summit inaugural session. I request Professor Dr. Vijay Carolyn ma'am, who is the Managing Director of this Royal Council, to brief about our Royal Council activities during this year. Over to you, Carolyn ma'am.
Thank you very much, Dr. Rajarao sir. Thank you for inviting me. Good afternoon, good morning, good afternoon, good evening to all the eminent dignitaries who joined us, especially Honorable Vice Chancellors, Queens of different countries, and global leaders who joined Vishwa Humanity United International Royal Council. Namaste from India. I would like to say a few words about our organization, Vishwa Humanity United International Royal Council, especially focused on poverty and education. We mainly focused on poverty-stricken countries and the places where people who are under privilege, that is below poverty line, they are not having proper comforts, education, and amenities. We tried our best level to see that infrastructure being developed. And already Rajarao sir, he has introduced about our organization, the Vishwa Humanity United International Royal Council, how we have started. So we are moving ahead. That all these years we have done on Zoom platform, we discussed, and now we are trying our best level to have everything on physical based. So from virtual platform, we are moving to physical platform, and that way we are inviting all the international organizations to collaborate. And even the government of India is pro to this organization, and we have received the positive messages from every state chief ministers and governors, and they have shown this solidarity towards our organization where we are taking up this summit, the World Peace Summit. So Vishwa Humanity United International Royal Council focus mainly on peace, world peace, where peace is very important, which has to be within as well as throughout the globe. Then only we can lead a peaceful life and we can help the humanity to lead a peaceful life. Let us live and let others to live. So, and moreover, we are focusing especially, as we said, about the poverty, that is people who are underprivileged. We are trying our best level to have all comforts, and we take up the collaboration with the international organizations so that we can have MOUs with them, and we can see that the poverty will be eradicated. We feel that education is the main platform to eradicate poverty and women empowerment. We believe in that, and we have started our organization under the umbrella of Vishwa Humanity United International Royal Council, the Telangana Kala Parishad and the Life Foundation. Telangana Kala Parishad mainly focus on the culture integrity and the cultural diversity, where we want to get it on one platform, that the people on this earth with different cultures and heritage has to live in harmony. So Telangana Kala Parishad mainly focus on that, as well as think about the farmers, especially the India is agricultural country and farmers are backbone. And so Telangana Kala Parishad focus on farmers, and especially they face certain problem where we have seen that many of the farmers committed suicide, and Telangana Parishad supported the farmers and taken the problems even to the government, to the notice of the government. And the Life Foundation is another organization which is under the umbrella of Vishwa Humanity United International Council, and especially focus, as we said, education and poverty, that we are trying our best level on physical platform to eradicate. And we have seen that we moved to the slums and the suburbs, and we established the study centers where we are inculcating education, and we are taking up awareness programs as the slum, which is in Hyderabad, a 55 acres of slum, which is filled with the filthy environment, with drug addicted people and rapists. And we have adopted the slum, and we have seen that education only can bring all-round development. We have set up the education centers in slum. We have established in the year 2020 with 30 students, and we are able to have 150 students, and we are moving ahead. Now we are constructing the 4th study center in the slum, and we are receiving many calls from different slum areas to establish such kind of study centers. The main motto of this, not only imparting education and all-round development, the main focus is that the girls and young boys, mainly they are affected by the drug addicted people. So we want to protect them, and we want to retain them in our study centers from 5:30 to 8:30. And the mothers who take care of the family, especially the head of the family, is much addicted to the drugs and other bad habits. So mother who complete all the houseworks and take the girl children and boy children safely to their house. And to eradicate the poverty, we have established the tailoring centers in the slums, and we are making the women to be empowered through tailoring. And we have seen that 30 women have been trained, and they started their own tailoring centers in their places, and they're earning and supporting the family. So in this way, we have supported a lot, and during COVID, many of the people lost their jobs, and we moved to the slums and other urban-made areas, and we supported them by providing provisions and all the commodities. In this way, at our level, what we said, that we are trying our best level to prove it in the physical form and supporting the nation at our level. So even government has visited our office in Hyderabad and observed that what are the activities we have taken under the umbrella of Vishwa Humanity United International Royal Council. And we are looking ahead for the right projects where we can support the people who are underprivileged. Thank you very much for giving this opportunity.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you so much. That's really a wonderful introduction about our Vishwa Humanity United Royal Council. Thank you once again to our beloved Honorable Vice Chancellors. You made this day. Thank you so much for your presence. That is the first thing. Then we thank Honorable Chief Ministers, Honorable Governors for giving beautiful endorsements, and our central ministers. Really, they have sent us fabulous, wonderful messages on this special occasion. We are planning to release a book on that because nearly we received 100 endorsements from international universities and from our governments. Really, we are very much honored. I thank you once again, all our Honorable Vice Chancellors. We welcome you. And now this program will be chaired by our own Dr. Shama Hussain ji, founder of III. Over to you, Excellency.
Thank you so much, Rajarao Garu. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, namaste, vanakkam, sat kal, and assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Everyone, so today is the inaugural day, a very special day with the special people with us, right, my dear friends? A very special day, we must start with a special signature. Today is a day of peace, special signature. So I request each and everyone to open your cameras and let's do a signature. Let's do a signature for peace, mentioning your signature for peace.
Hello.
P. I want everyone to write P on your screen. To write P on your screen, each and everyone. So let's start. 1, 2, 3. P. Everyone, P stands for peace. So this is your virtual signature supporting peace in the world. So let me start. 1, standing line, and then
program dilay to bagitla.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much for this honor, and so that means you're all with us. My dear friends, I think somebody is.
Yes.
My dear friends. Yeah, please, Raja. My dear friends, there were two owls. Two owls were there. They were fighting always with each other. One owl was very fierce, self-centered, anger, and jealous, envy, that kind of person, that kind of animal. And the other one was very peaceful, happy, passionate, compassionate, kind. Always they were fighting. Do you know, in this fight between these two owls, who will win? Any idea? The anger one will win, or the one with patience? The anger one or the one with patience?
Obviously, patience.
Obviously, patience. The one we feed. The one we feed. If you feed anger in you, you are winning. You are making the wolf with anger to win. If you feed peace in you, you are making the wolf of peace to win. So it depends on you. Peace depends on you. So with this wonderful message that we need not find peace in the world, my dear friends. Peace starts from you. It starts from you. So please keep this in your mind every time. Today you have done virtual signature of peace. So let's stay on that. Let's work ahead for this peace. With this strong message of peace, let me today take the honor of inviting wonderful, empowered, eminent vice chancellors from and chief guests from different places over here. Especially, first of all, let me move ahead to the city of culture, the capital city of culture, the city of heritage, the city where traditions exist. Culture, traditions means nothing but peace, right? So what a wonderful way of inaugurating this wonderful peace, World Peace Summit with the city of culture, traditions, and peace, by inviting our honorable Vice Chancellor, Professor Dr. M. Krishnan, to inaugurate peace in this world. So we are so honored, sir, to have you here to inaugurate peace in the world. It should stamp in the minds of the people. We welcome you, sir.
Thank you. Can you hear me, please?
Yes, sir. You're audible.
Thank you very much for the Raja Rao and Dr. Carolina for giving an opportunity to talk that international experts to talk about that World Peace Summit. What we can do that. For that, Vishwa Humanity United International Royal Council had given this opportunity to talk with you. As rightly told that I am living in the place of culture, the place called Tiruvarur, particularly in Tamil Nadu. My dear participants, as the introduction, they rightly told that the poverty and education, that's a title I will take it, because I was in the Vice Chancellor of Madurai Kamaraj University. Now I am sitting as a Vice Chancellor of Central University of Tamil Nadu. I want to introduce a small event what happened in our university. Even though it's a very big university, established university, what I'm looking for from my university is we have to go to the society, because Madurai and also Tiruvarur, our university is surrounded by near about 30 to 40 villages around us. So even though they have the university, they don't have the access to enter into the university. They are not getting the benefit out of the university, I can say. What today we are looking for, the higher education should provide that excellence of higher education. The excellence should provide the innovation to the society. That is the very important thing, where by providing the education to my poor society, because I am also coming from a poor village near Madurai. So what I am looking for, the higher education should give that product to my society, then only they can remove their poverty in their life. For example, in the university system, all my professors, students, everybody is coming together, because higher education, now easily my students can learn it. But how they are going to reach the society, we are doing that or reaching the society by having the extension work. I don't want to lengthen this process, but what we are providing today, a proper road to my villages, a solar light panel to my villages, and also good drinking water to my poor village people. By that, nowadays, we are giving educated, or we are educating our village people how we can come to the higher education and to learn a lot. That is the thing we are doing by the universities. When I am coming to the World Peace Council, what I want to tell that the Swami Maheshwaranda told that, I want to give the statement, my dear participants. Unity in diversity is the aim of this summit, not only in India, throughout the world. We have learned many things, and now we shall put them into practice. There should be more and more such conferences, summits should be coming out, so that the consciousness will awaken to bring about the peace. We shall spread this message from door to door, shore to shore. This summit is a seed that must grow into the large tree with the branches of the spirituality, peace, justice, understanding, forgiveness, tolerance, and love. That's the message I want to present here to all the participants here. But today, If I am opening my newspapers or when I am opening my news channels, what is telling that every day there is some problem in any corner of the world. But when you are entering into that, what's our generation, earlier people, they had some problem like this? No. They lived very peacefully and they are living together and they lead the life very happily. But today, why we had such a problem? As my friend rightly told that, it may be the ego, it may be that selfishness, and I can say that they don't have real humankind. We are the humans, I accept it. But we have the human nature, is there or not? We have to think about it. Each one should think about it. But my question is coming from my society because always I am talking about my society. Where is that developing world is going on? Because, yes, we are accepting it. I am not against that science and technology. Science and technology given everything to me. I am living happily. But is it possible to that materials can give my mind peacefulness for my life? If you are putting this question, you can understand that what we can do that. Because literacy is going on, I accept it. But what they are learning it today, there is a quarrel, there is a border issue, there is so on so much, they got it. So how we are going to bring back, as the speaker is going to tell about it, the World Peace Summit, it should be practical. It should be practical. As I rightly told that, the unity in diversity, it not solely available in India, it should be available throughout the world. One thing I can say that, as my friend rightly told that, a small virus, right, teaches us. Because we thought that the humankind is that human development is the superior nature of that world. But a small virus teaches us, my dear friend, you should learn a lot. In India, particularly if you are talking, even they don't believe their relatives. Even they don't want to live with the family. I have a lot of examples saying that even that what you called the great people, great millionaire that died without a support of anybody. So what I want to tell, one message here, please you all accept it, how we succeed in this coronavirus. This is unity of diversity. Because that virus is sequenced. I don't want to tell about the science. The virus sequenced properly, not only India, not only in China, not only in Germany, not only in the US, all the countries come together. They, even though they have that diversity in nature, but for one issue, they come together and looking for the people. They sequenced every virus. Now you know that we have the vaccine for that. My dear friend, I can say that even HIV is there for a long way, but we don't have the vaccine for that. Today, the unity come together, the humankind together coming, and then we can develop this particular vaccine for this particular development. Even you can take the world, a small insect wants to live very happily. They want to protect themselves. If you are looking into that, the same protection we are giving for the poor society or not. That is the thing the summit should work for that. I can say that the village people should go up and up. Then only any country will develop their economy or growth, growth and other things. So what I want to tell that, because I had given only 15 minutes, how we can go for that? As I told that, the universal humanitarian should come up in each and every mind. That is the first point I need. Because you may be a good human, but humanitarians should come to help each other. What I can say that you have to remove your ego, we have to remove your selfishness, we have to have the friendliness to each and everybody. I can say that it should not start from that what you call world. It should start from the family. It should start from the village. It should start from the town, where it should go, and it should, spread all over the world. Then second thing, compassion. Compassion is very important. Whether we have that, the compassion with everybody, if you are looking for, definitely not. That we have to look into that, how we have to develop that compassion among people. Number three, all the individual, we should think about that universe is my, what you call property. My great Prime Minister rightly told that the Vasudeva Kudumbam. Vasudeva Kudumbam, what you want to say? We are living in a single family. We all should come together. Then only our future should be great thing. So what you want to do that? I think I don't want to explain that how our families are living. Even they don't know. They have to introduce their brothers, their sisters, and everybody in a festival or a marriage or so on and so forth, where we have the interaction. Or in, what called a smooth life we should have. My dear participants, you know that nuclear destructiveness, you can see that. One thing I want to tell, before I am completing, once I was in Japan, I went to Hiroshima. There is an exhibition is there, where they are making a museum in such a way. What happened when you are putting the blast on Hiroshima and Nagasaki? You can see that wax, what you call the material. When you are enter into that, you can see that, the so-called blood is coming out of this wax human beings. Each and every children, each and every school should go and see the museum. By that, you know that how peace is very important. So now I thank this World Peace Summit 23 to bring all together, not only virtually, we are all ready to work with you, my dear friend, physically, and we can go to the society. Higher education will come. Our students are very intelligent. By Google, they can learn anything. But I want to go to the society. I want to work for the society. Since I live with my village as a joint family, where I am living with 22 people in a single house. That's the way I am living. So I have a mind to work for my society, and I have to bring lot of out from the higher education to the society. With this, thank you very much for giving a wonderful opportunity. Whenever you need a help, either from individual Christian or a Vice Chancellor of Central University, we are here to collaborate and cooperate with you to work further. Again, I am telling that because of the collaboration and cooperation, we are successful to send out the co-virus throughout the world. Similar way, we have to send out that poverty, we have to send out the ego, and whatever that destructive mind they are having, it should go out. With this, thank you very much for giving the wonderful opportunity to talk and see the people from different parts of the world. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Amazing, sir. Really wonderful. It's a great inspiration for everyone who gathered here. I can see the goosebumps, the way the statements, every statement is touching our heart. Especially the younger generation have to learn a lot from your speech, from your message. It has to be carried through our channel. Definitely it will be reached to every part of the country, as we have all the global leaders joined here. Especially, sir, unity in diversity, not only in India. We speak about the different cultures, heritage in our country, but this unity in diversity throughout the globe we notice. And we want that unity, then only we can have the harmonious life. And the second thing you said, not human, but humanity is more important. And you need humanitarians to rule the world so that everywhere we can see the peace will be prevailed on the earth. And especially what I liked is about nowadays we are seeing only the nuclear family, no joint family, sir. And the younger generation do not even know what is joint family, what is the love and affection of the grandparents. But I'm really amazed to notice that you're living under the umbrella of the joint family and you have tasted the beauty of the joint family. Especially you are understood the love and affection, and your younger generation also carry on the heritage. I'm sure, sir. So younger generation of the world have to understand the beauty of joint family. And I'm sure that the children will be learning. And especially you said about poverty has to be eradicated. So it is our responsibility. So when we eradicate poverty and inculcate education, then only we can see the flourishment on this globe. Thank you very much, sir, once again.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you so much. Due to time constraints, a brief thanks only. Over to Shama Hussain, ma'am.
Thank you so much, Professor M. Krishnan, sir. The thing is, for the peace, by the peace, and to the peace. This is a wonderful message that you have given to the people, and your vaccine is amazing. The vaccine that you have given is Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam with unity in diversity. So Corona has got the vaccine, and today you have given vaccine to the Peace Summit. Thank you, wonderful. Thank you.
Thank you.
So now चलते हैं दिल्ली, दिल वालों की दिल्ली. So दिल वालों की दिल्ली है. Delhi is the place of peace again. तब से means that's the reason it is called as दिल वालों की. So the place where peace is maintained. So another very esteemed, honorable guest today with us, who is going to give us another definition for peace. The peace, how it prevails, how it exists in society. So none other than Professor Najma Akhtar, Vice Chancellor of Jamia Millia University. Professor Najma, we are looking forward.
Thank you. Am I audible?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
Perfectly.
Yeah.
Okay. Dr. Raja Rao, Chairman, Vishwa Humanity United International Royal Council. Dr. Caroline, Professor Krishnan, Vice Chancellor, Central University of Tamil Nadu. Professor Chakradhar Tripathi, Vice Chancellor, Central University of Odisha. Professor Murli Manohar Pathak, Vice Chancellor, Shri Lal Bahadur Shastri National Sanskrit University, and Dr. Purushottam, Global Revival Project. Ladies and gentlemen, what to wish a good morning or a good evening or just namaste and Assalamu alaikum. It is indeed a great moment of pleasure for me to be part of this inauguration of this World Peace Summit 2023. First of all, I'd like to thank Dr. Raja Rao for inviting me to this wonderful program. Peace is an utmost desired goal of humanity. We need peace to safeguard our humanity from drawing into prolonged chaos and crisis. Human beings, ever since they formed society, have been striving very hard to achieve and maintain orderliness. Noble souls like Mahatma Gandhi, Lord Mahavira, both from India, and so on from ancient India also, preached non-violence and disseminated the message of peace and negotiations. Ancient Greek philosophers Plato and Aristotle struggled to find out what is a good life and how can one have it. Their answer was to establish a well ordered society. That was their state. Violence, which is in form of conflict, wars, and hostility, or in terms of struggle for power and dominance, is directly linked to the idea of peace, which tries to remove violence and conflicts. Major wars in the past and present, including the First World War, the Second World War, or wars in Korea, Vietnam, Syria, Iraq, Afghanistan, or the present war in Ukraine, has shown the level of destruction that they cause in terms of the loss of hundreds and thousands of lives and of resources. We learn from history that peace is largely understood in terms of absence of war and conflict. It was true and relevant till some time back, but in the post-war World War II period, the world has gone through several important transformations. Human society has progressed at a rapid scale, and innovations in science and technology have provided new tools for development. It's a totally changed world now. Under the conditions of globalization in the present time, economic growth around the world has been phenomenal for several countries, including India. The free movement of goods, capital, people, ideas, and technologies have new social and political realities. It is believed that these have brought qualitative changes in our lives and in the world. It is more often debated and discussed that the international community has become interdependent, and the creation of several key global institutions have brought nations together to discuss, deliberate, and resolve the contentious issues the world was facing or is still facing. It is important to bring to our attention that poverty, climate change, global diseases, protection of rights of vulnerable groups all become important elements of global peace. Without addressing these issues, it will be difficult to make a good sense of global peace. Global peace is incomplete or remains a distant dream if the international community and the global civil society do not make any constructive progress in this direction. One thing more, the climate change has been an issue for decades now, and global communities putting efforts to create global consensus in mitigating the impact of climate change. Climate change is causing harm to nature and generating problems that threatens lives. The threat of climate change is constantly growing and affecting the natural environment and ecological balance also. In places of its impact are immediate, and in other places the impact will come or will occur in the coming years or decades. The serious challenge of climate change has led to the global environment movement and created a discourse on green peace. The green peace has become a core part of the green part that the green peace that the global community aspires to achieve. Similarly, the issues of poverty and underdevelopment also happen to be the constituent elements of global peace. And as collective response to world poverty, United Nations Sustainable Development Goals prioritize poverty as one of their core goals. for uplifting millions of people from existing poverty level. In contemporary times, the very meaning of peace needs to be understood holistically. An event occurring thousands of miles away has potential spillover effect on others. Our imagination about global peace must push us to resolve all such issues that are global in nature and character and require a joint effort. So we all join hands in trying to get peace. The nation has to rise above its conservative global politics for global peace. India has been, we are very proud of the fact that India has been awarded the presidency of G20, one of the most influential global forum in the international system under the dynamic and proactive leadership of our Honorable Prime Minister, Shri Narendra Modi ji. He is firm to address global challenges such as declining global economy, climate change, and international security. And he stresses that India is a responsible nation. We all believe that. It has to showcase its leadership ability and approach to the world as a whole with its G20 mantra, Vasudeva Kutumbakam, propagating the message of one earth, one family, and abiding world order based on mutual respect, friendship, and cooperation for the world peace. Friends, we robustly believe that we will be successful in our vision and mission. And at this point, I again congratulate this effort to establish, to talk about in this World Peace Summit 2023, the Vishwa Humanity United International Royal Council is one of our hopes. We are hopeful that you'll be able to do something collectively, individually, and collectively. And we are all with you in this. So good luck and thank you. Jai Hind.
Thank you very much, ma'am. Really, it's so inspiring. And your presence, your auspicious presence is very important as you have touched the points, especially regarding the world peace, Vasudeva Kutumbam, and climate change is much concern for us nowadays. And we are noticing the impact of climate change and its effects throughout the world. So thank you very much, ma'am. And also, I would like to heartfully convey my thanks to you and regards, gratitude that you would like to work for the world peace. Thank you very much, ma'am.
Thank you, Professor Najma. For any treatment, we need to follow certain steps. From the doctor, he gives injection and then anesthesia, then again this operation, and then finally healing. So there are certain steps for bringing the change in healing, bringing the treatment. In the same way, you have given the treatment sequences for the bringing the peace in the world. All the sequential steps that you have given for bringing the peace is really recommendable. Thank you so much. Thank you once again. So let's move on to another new city, as we are all stressing on Vasudeva Kutumbakam. So another new city that is Odisha. We are all
Yes, yes.
Yeah, you can hear us. Okay, so let's move on to Odisha to meet our most eminent, honorable Vice Chancellor of Central University, Vice Chancellor of Odisha, Professor Chakradhar Tripathi. Professor Chakradhar Tripathi, we welcome you to give us how to heal, how to bring out this after treatment process for the peace.
Sir, Chakradhar Tripathi, sir. Professor Chakradhar Tripathi, sir. Sir has joined already. anyway.
Yes.
Sir.
Good evening.
Yes, sir. We are audible, sir. Audible. Please carry on. Professor Chakravarti Tripathi, sir. Shaba ma'am, please call our next Honorable Vice Chancellor, sir.
Okay. Done. Let me invite our Professor Murli Manohar. In the name itself, we are finding the peace. Murli Manohar, who himself means the name reflects the peace and happiness over here. So Murli Manohar, sir, see, not only the name, I believe his face, his smile is spreading the peace in us. Like as we believe, peace starts with a smile.
Thank you, madam.
We welcome you, sir. Yeah, you are audible.
आवाज मेरी सुन रही हैं? मेरी
You are
आवाज
audible, sir. आपकी आवाज बहुत अच्छी तरह आ रही है.
थैंक यू. अज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मीलितं येन तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः. विश्व ह्यूमैनिटी यूनाइटेड इंटरनेशनल रॉयल काउंसिल की तरफ से आयोजित इस वर्ल्ड पीस समिट 2023 के इनॉग्रल सेशन में इसकी अध्यक्षता कर रहे इसके अध्यक्ष डॉक्टर राजा राव जी अभी हमारे कुछ के बारे में बहुत कुछ बताया, पहले इसका इंट्रोडक्शन दिया और तो बहुत सुंदर व्याख्यान हमारे सामने प्रस्तुत हुए. हमारे मित्र प्रोफेसर एम कृष्णन साहब जो सेंट्रल यूनिवर्सिटी ऑफ तमिलनाडु, हम लोग बराबर ऑनलाइन मिलते रहते हैं मीटिंग्स में, उनका व्याख्यान सुना मैंने. प्रोफेसर नजमा मैम का जो हमारे ही दिल्ली के विश्वविद्यालय जो जामिया मिलिया इस्लामिया है उसकी वाइस चांसलर है, बहुत सुनाम धन्य है, बहुत इनकी प्रतिष्ठा है विद्यालय में, मैं इनके यहाँ जा चुका हूँ. और चक्रधर त्रिपाठी जी अभी नए बने हैं वाइस चांसलर वहाँ के कुछ दिन पहले ही. और पुरुषोत्तम राजीव मौल्य जी गुजरात से जो हैं, और आभासी पटल पर ऑनलाइन मोड में विश्व के विभिन्न स्थानों से जुड़े हुए महानुभाव सज्जनों. सबसे पहले मैं इस जो काउंसिल बनाई है राव साहब ने, इनको बधाई देना चाहता हूं कि आज के इस युग में, आज के इस दौर में इस ढंग की काउंसिल, इनसे काउंसिलिंग और फिर उसका समाज में इम्प्लीमेंटेशन, ये 3 टायर हम जब तक नहीं करेंगे इसके इम्प्लीमेंट करने के लिए, तब तक ये बातें नहीं आएंगी. वस्तुतः ये जो वर्ल्ड पीस, विश्व शांति की जो ये गोष्ठी हो रही है, आज विश्व इतना अशांत क्यों है? हर जगह लड़ाई झगड़ा है, देशों का अभी पिछले वर्ष से लड़ाई झगड़ा चल रहा है. क्या ऐसी चीज है, कौन सा ऐसा फैक्टर है जिसको हम अपनाएं तो अशांति की जगह पर हमारे हृदय में शांति की प्रतिष्ठा होगी? ऐसी भाषा और ऐसी संस्कृति का विद्यार्थी हूं जहां सब जगह पीस की बात की जाती है. हम भारत के वासी हैं और भारत में चाहे कोई भी धर्म हो, चाहे इस्लाम हो, जैन हो, बौद्ध हो, हिंदू हो, कोई भी धर्म ऐसा नहीं है जो अशांति का पाठ पढ़ाता हो. किताबें की किताबें लिखी गई हैं, बुक्स आपके पास लॉन्ग नंबर ऑफ बुक्स आर देयर दैट आर मॉडिफाइंग द वर्ल्ड पीस. तो इस दृष्टि से हम वेद के भी विद्यार्थी हैं. वहां तो ये शांति की बात अगर हम करते हैं तो मैं समझता हूँ इसके 3 एस्पेक्ट्स होंगे. एक तो मानसिक स्तर पर, जब हम मेंटली पीसफुल रहेंगे, मेंटल पीस जब रहेगी तो जो बाहर में जो अशांति है वो नहीं रहेगी. तो पहले मन को ठीक करना है, मन को ठीक करके वाणी को ठीक करना है, स्पीच में पीस आएगी, और उसके बाद हमारे एक्शन में पीस आएगी. तो माइंड, स्पीच एंड एक्शन, दीज आर 3 टायर्स. ये त्रिसूत्री, ये 3 सोपान, 3 सीढ़ियां हैं, 3 स्टेयर्स हैं जिससे हम शांति को ला सकते हैं. और मन में शांति लाने का सबसे बड़ा है कि जो बड़े बड़े विद्वानों, बड़े बड़े आचार्यों की उक्तियां हैं, उनके जो वचन हैं, उनको बार बार मन में, हमारे यहाँ एक मंत्र आपको मैं सुनाना चाहता हूँ, जो मंत्र कहता है, द्यौ शांति ही, अंतरिक्षम शांति ही, पृथ्वी शांति ही, आपः शांति ही, ओषधयः शांति, वनस्पतयः शांति, विश्वे देवा शांति, ब्रह्म शांति, सर्वगम शांति, शांतिरेव शांति। तो आप सोचिए कि पूरे पर्यावरण में, हमारे हृदय में और हमारे मन में ही नहीं, पूरे के पूरे पर्यावरण में शांति की कल्पना वहां की गई है कि सब जगह शांति हो, पृथ्वी पीसफुल रहे, अंतरिक्ष आकाश जो फर्मामेंट है वो शांत प्रिय रहे, ये द्युलोक जो है, जो हेवन जिसको हम कहते हैं, वहां भी शांति रहे, अंतरिक्ष जो है वहां शांति रहे, और ये जितने भी हमारे डाइटीज हैं, जितने भी हमारे पूजा के स्थान हैं, जितने भी हमारे वनस्पति हैं, औषधियां हैं, पेड़ हैं, पौधे हैं, इन सब में शांति हो। और जब इन सब में शांति होगी, सब पीसफुल होंगे, जब सब को एग्जिस्टेंस की बात करेंगे, सह अस्तित्व की बात करेंगे, तो हमारे यहाँ तो मनुष्य और जड़ पदार्थ में भी अंतर नहीं किया गया। हमारी संस्कृति है, मैं हिंदू संस्कृति नहीं कह रहा हूँ, भारत की संस्कृति है। कोई भी मजहब नहीं सिखाता आपस में बैर करना, प्यार करना सिखाता है धर्म। तो कोई धर्म बांटने का काम नहीं करता है, हर धर्म जोड़ने का काम करता है, कोई तोड़ने का काम नहीं करता है। तो इस प्रकार से ये जो हमारी आवाज जा रही है ना, ये जो हमारी सभ्यता है, हमारे यहाँ कहा गया है शम नो भव द्विपदे शम चतुष्पदे, मतलब कल्याण और मंगल और शांति केवल 2 पैर वालों की ना हो, बल्कि चतुष्पदे 4 पैर वालों की हो, उड़ने वाले पशु पक्षियों की हो, इन सब की भी शांति हो, ये सब भी आपस में प्रेम करें। और पुमान पुमांसम परिपातु विश्वतः, एक मनुष्य दूसरे मनुष्य को चारों ओर से विद ऑल राउंड पीस, ऑल राउंड ट्रैंक्विलिटी, ऑल राउंड हेल्प, इस भावना से प्रेरित होकर के एक दूसरे की सहायता करें। इस प्रकार जब हम ऐसा करेंगे तो पूरे विश्व में अमन, चैन और शांति की स्थापना हो सकेगी। आज आवश्यकता इस बात की है बंधुओं कि हम लेक्चर बहुत अच्छा देते हैं, हम सुंदर सुंदर सूक्तियों को, सुंदर सुंदर ग्रंथ के वचनों को उद्धृत करते हैं, लेकिन कभी भी उन बातों को अपने जीवन में उतारने का प्रयास नहीं करते हैं। आज आवश्यकता इस बात की है कि इन अच्छे वचनों को, इन अच्छे स्टेटमेंट्स को हम केवल वाणी से न पढ़ें, हम अपने जीवन में उतारें, हम उनको अपने जीवन में ले आएं और वहां के साथ आम आदमी में इन बातों को फैलाएं। तो मैं समझता हूं कि प्रेम और भाईचारा बहुत अच्छे से आएगा। अभी हमारे कृष्णन साहब ने चर्चा की थी कोरोना की। विश्व ने देख लिया कि भारतीय जीवन शैली, भारत की जो सुंदर प्रकृति के साथ मिल करके, नेचर के साथ जुड़ करके जो रहने की शैली है, वो सबसे आगे, सबसे कारगर रही है टुवर्ड्स द प्रिवेंशन ऑफ कोरोना वायरस। और हमारे जो एलोपैथी चिकित्सा पद्धति है, उसने हाथ ऊंचे कर दिए, उसके पास कोई व्यवस्था नहीं थी। और मैंने भारत सरकार का आयुष मंत्रालय तमाम सारे जो प्रिवेंटिव ड्रग्स हैं, जो जड़ियों से, वनस्पतियों से, बूटियों से बने हैं, हमारे यहाँ यूनानी चिकित्सा पद्धति में जो अच्छे अच्छे बने हैं ओले, उनका प्रयोग हुआ। जो होम्योपैथी में अच्छी अच्छी जो उसके लिए हमारी इम्यूनिटी बूस्ट करने के लिए जो दवाइयां बनी हैं, ये सारी दवाइयां इन प्रकृति से प्रदत्त इन जड़ियों पर, इन वनस्पतियों पर, इन हर्ब्स पर डिपेंड करती हैं, और उनके द्वारा हमने इसमें काफी सफलता पाई है। तो आज हम ये जो भारतीय जीवन शैली है, इसको अपनाएंगे और ग्रंथों में, किसी भी धर्म के ग्रंथों में कहे गए वाक्यों को अपने जीवन में उतारेंगे, तो मैं समझता हूं इससे अच्छा कोई प्लेटफॉर्म नहीं होगा संदेश देने का। मैं, आप लोगों ने मुझे बुलाया, इसके लिए आपके प्रति हार्दिक कृतज्ञता व्यक्त करता हूं। और हम हायर एजुकेशन में हैं, हम सभी लोग जितने वाइस चांसलर से जुड़े हुए हैं, हम अपने स्तर से उच्च शिक्षा में इस ढंग का उन्नयन करें कि ये उच्च शिक्षा से ये सेकेंडरी में जाए, और सेकेंडरी से प्राइमरी एजुकेशन में जाए, और प्राइमरी एजुकेशन से समाज में जाए। जो सबसे बड़ा हमारा जो लक्ष्य है सोसाइटी है, तो सोसाइटी में हमारी अच्छी बातें पहुंचे और लोगों को जी कर जीना सिखाएं। हम उन चीजों को अपने जीवन में इंप्लीमेंट करें, और इंप्लीमेंट करके फिर बताएं कि आप भी ऐसे करोगे तो दीर्घायु होगे, आप भी ऐसे करोगे तो आप टेंशन के मरीज नहीं होगे, आपको कोई स्ट्रेस नहीं होगा, कोई भी इस प्रकार का आप कोई मनोरोग नहीं होगा, न शरीर का रोग होगा, न मन का रोग होगा, सब जगह अमन चैन होगा। और अंतरिक्ष से लेकर के पृथ्वी तक ये 2 लोग जो हमारे सामने हैं, सब जगह शांति बनी रहेगी। मैं अधिक नहीं लूंगा, 9 या 10 मिनट का मेरे लिए समय था। मैं इन्हीं शब्दों के साथ अपनी वाणी को विराम देता हूं और आप लोगों को ये समिट करने के लिए बधाई देता हूं, राव साहब को और उनकी पूरी टीम को, और इन्हीं शब्दों के साथ आपसे रुखसत लेता हूं। बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद, बहुत बहुत मंगल कामनाएं, नमस्कार।
Thank you very much. Excellent that peace within, peace throughout the world, and every religion, every spiritual things has taught us only that unity. So really very much, and moreover, the Corona has taught very good lesson to humanity that everyone has extended their support in supporting each human and seen that they have been survived. Earlier, allopathy used to feel high, but now no allopathy, no homeopathy, Unani, everything has united. All the science of medical science has united for the support of human being. Yes, sir. Thank you very much for the wonderful message. Thank you.
प्रोफेसर मुरली मनोहर जी, आपकी संभाषणा सुनने के बाद मुझे एक बात बोलने का दिल कर रहा है, कबीर दास की, पोथी पढ़ जगमुआ पंडित हुआ ना कोई, पोथी पढ़ जगमुआ पंडित हुआ ना कोई, 2.5 अक्षर प्रेम का पढ़े सो पंडित होए। जी, तो 2.5 अक्षर प्रेम का पढ़ो, बस पीस ला लो। आपने जिस सूक्ष्मता से इवन छोटे छोटे जीवों में आपने पीस की आपने जो संभाषणा बोली है, इसकी प्रसन्नता कितना भी करे कम है।
धन्यवाद।
बहुत अच्छी तरह आपने तो यूनिवर्स को भी आपने मिला दिया पीस के लिए, तो ये तो बहुत अच्छा था। आपने तो इतनी अच्छी स्पिरिचुअल हीलिंग की है, बहुत बहुत मुबारक हो। और हम सबको इतना अच्छा सा संदेश देने के लिए आपसे हम लोग बहुत ही विभिन्नता से धन्यवाद बोलते हैं। शुक्रिया, थैंक यू जी। So after this wonderful spiritual healing and spirituality of the nation that he has said, मजहब नहीं सिखाता आपस में बैल रखना, unity is very important, no religion, no nothing for peace. So thank you for this wonderful message. Now let's move on to another spiritual entity. There is another spiritual personality, an eminent personality who is going to grace our minds, our hearts, our souls, because peace is not from outside. Peace is from within the soul. So for that, let me invite Dr. Purushottam Rajimwale. Dr. Purushottam, sir, we invite you to give your holistic advices to us on peace.
Namaskar, Shamaji. Thank you so much. It's very kind of you to invite me to speak at this auspicious event. My namaste to Rao Saab for giving the opportunity to speak to everyone, and my humble pranam to all of the eminent dignitaries in this panel. This is a great initiative started by the organizers to create a global platform to have an open discussion and as to how we can usher in a larger global peace. I'm actually driving right now, that's why I can't see all of you. But I was just at an event today where we had a discussion. There was a discussion going on. Yesterday I was at a conference, seminar actually, where they were talking about how the future is going to look like for the younger generation today. So all the children who are right now maybe 5, 6 years old or maybe 8 or 10 years old, what is the earth that they are going to inherit? Or the children who are even younger, maybe are infants today, who one day in next 20 years, probably they'll start going out, look for work, look to create a family. And what kind of a world are we giving them? What kind of assurances of a future are we giving them? And many of the speakers were discussing on this point. And a couple of them were from economics background. Some of them was from, psychology. Many people also from healthcare, and all those dignitaries were there. And almost everybody was of the opinion that we are going to live behind a very dark world, because the way we have poisoned the air, the way we have poisoned the water, the way we are poisoning our food with pesticides and chemicals, and every day there is a threat of some kind of a global strife. So all in all, natural disasters, everything put together, climate change, pandemics. So everybody was of the opinion that if I have an infant in my home who is probably a year old, what am I going to tell the child that you are going to inherit a world which would probably be not fit for you to breathe, where probably your food might not be grown at the right time. If there is a food available, it could be probably filled with harmful chemicals. Water that you drink might not be fit to drink. So everything that we are going to leave behind is not fit for human life. And there was a general consensus that the next generations are going to have a very tough time, and that we need to work towards creating a world now more than ever that is going to be suited for these kids. So what we did with our lives, what we are going to do from here on forward, is to set a legacy for these kids. And when I got a chance to speak, I said, I don't believe in that there's going to be darkness in the world. I believe there's going to be a lot of light in the world, because like never before, the world is now coming together. Right now, somebody mentioned about the last 2 years of pandemic. We always talk about the negatives that we experience, all the downfalls that we experience. But I would take that opportunity to remind everyone that never before, as a human species, did we come together as we did in the last 2 years. Humanity actually came together because we saw through the mirror of the external self. We saw that no matter who you are, what language you speak, which religion you believe in, where you stay, what food you eat, what is your gender, what is your education, what is your nationality, nothing of that matters. At the end of the day, everybody is human. We could see through the emotion, we could feel each other's pain, we could understand each other's suffering. People reached out and helped each other, people gave each other food, people gave each other medicines, people arranged volunteered to help each other get medical care. So, and world over, people connected on the digital platform and exchanged each other's ideas. They consoled each other, they counseled each other. So I think the future is this, that humanity will come together as one. We will all forget our differences. We will all come together as brothers and sisters, come together as a species, understand that the world is suffering, it is literally dying, and we will create a beautiful world for all our children and our grandchildren, and then the generations to come. Because at the end of the day, in the last 2 years, we saw that no matter who we are, beyond the external face that defines us, inside we are all humans. We are all full of love. We are all full of compassion. We are all full of kindness. And that is the spark that I think people felt in the last 2 years. That is something I think we should talk about more. We always talk about the negatives too much, because somehow as a civilization, we have become used to seeing the negatives first. But I think that we should look at the silver lining. I think we should look at the beautiful coming togetherness of humankind that we could achieve. And that is continuing today. Look at the platform here today, how diverse it is, how beautiful minds from all over the world have come together to talk about peace, to talk about oneness, to talk about mutual cooperation. So I think this is the future for humanity, that I come from a land which taught the world that we need to come together, not just today or yesterday, but forever. That we can't forget that at the end of the day, all of us are humans, all of us have the same families, same emotions, we eat the same kind of food, we need love, we need compassion, we need brotherhood to survive in the next millennia. And I think the coming time, the coming future on this planet is going to be full of love, is going to be full of light, it is going to be full of oneness, peace, togetherness. And I'm pretty sure that this forum and forums like these are going to be very vital for that to happen, because we can't talk about dystopia when there is utopia waiting for us. We can't talk about a moment of darkness because when light is waiting for us across the tunnel. So let us pass through this darkness of tunnel, holding each other's hands, holding each other's trust together, so that one day all of us can emerge in this light and see each other for what we truly are, beyond the external veneer of our differences. What color of your skin is, which religion you believe in, what your gender is, which nationality you are, none of that matters. What really matters at the end of the day is that we are all alive on this beautiful planet that we call home. It is beautiful, it is picturesque, it is sacred land that we walk on. The entire nature around us is like a mother to us, and we will survive not only as a species, but will help the other species on the planet also to survive. And I think that is our future. So when you talk about peace, I welcome that idea, because I don't believe that there is any other possibility for humanity other than peace. We can only survive in love and peace, because at the end of the day, that is our true identity. We are all full of love. We love our children, we love our parents, we love our friends. The day we realize that the entire planet is also equally looking for us to love them back, we will also learn to love. And I think that's why I thank Dr. Rao for giving me this chance to speak to all of you, to all the wonderful minds on this panel and this platform here today. And I feel that we should promise our children that we leave for you a wonderful planet, a beautiful society, and an extremely progressive civilization that was built on love, compassion, and trust. And tomorrow is going to be even more beautiful than today is. So I thank all of you for giving me this opportunity to interact with all of you. And given any other opportunity as well, I will only speak of one thing. I believe in hope. I believe in niceness. I believe in love. And I believe that peace for all of is possible, because the land that we come from, this holy land called planet Earth, is a mother to all of us. And she will never let us die, and she will never let us perish. She will take care of us. Let us also take care of her. And together, create this beautiful world for tomorrow. Thank you.
Purushottam Maharaj Ji, we are only half blessed today, because we are blessed this side, but we need to see you, we need to look at you, because the aura you present, really, that is marvelous. The divinity.
I can switch on the video. I'm sitting in a car. Is that okay?
Yes, sir, no problem, because our people wanted to see you. That's why.
Yeah.
Please, just have a blessing.
I'm just driving in a car, so I'm sorry.
We are blessed, sir. We are blessed. Thank you so much. Because
thank you so much, Dr. Rao. Thank you so much, Najma ji. Thank you so much, everyone. Because this was a wonderful opportunity to speak to all of you. And I'm really sorry that I couldn't be in a better location today. But like I said, given any other opportunity, Dr. Rao is kind enough to welcome me again next time. I would be very happy to share the same message that, I mean, look at the love that they are working with, and look at all the love that we have all come together with. And I think if we can share this with more people, with Dr. G and all the kind people out there, we can create a fantastic tomorrow for all of us.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, Excellency. Thank you so much. We are honored and blessed.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Dr. Purushottam, Dr.
Ji.
Purushottam,
Ji, ma'am.
I used to always listen that peace exists in storm. Peace exists in. You started your speech by saying the adversities that are going to come up in the future. Adversities that are coming up in the future. And then you found a silver lining by saying that peace exists in storms. Thank you for reminding us the stories that we used to hear, grandfather, old father, and the bundle of sticks, the unity. You were completed the bundle of sticks. That's the first story that we heard about unity in school days.
Ji.
So you have taken us back to that. And you have stressed completely on the humanity, unity, unity, unity. That is the only concept I have found in your complete speech today, where you want each and everyone, irrespective of any religion, come together and
I only believe that humanity is the only religion, sister. Humanity is the only religion, and I believe very much in the beauty of humanity. And I mean, wonderful souls like you and Dr. G are all working together. So thank you so much, sister, for your kind words.
So that's what selfishness is the cause of extinction. So your wonderful advice for not being selfishness and finish, we can lead peace. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Guruji. Especially you have left us with great hope. That younger generation is going to have definitely a great hope, especially the world is in a devastating state with a lot of conflicts, tense in the minds of the people. And you have spread the hope that the world, that is the Mother Earth, is not going to devastate or destroy us. It supports us to lead a peaceful life. Thank you very much, Guruji.
Thank you, Maharaj Ji. We'll be back again.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Now we have special guest, Shama Hussain ma'am. Sorry to disturb you, but we have to say thanks to our chief guest. Just 1 second, because they may leave because of their time constraints. Professor Dr. M. Krishnan sir, Central University Vice Chancellor. Thank you, sir. Thank you so much. Really, you are the one who joined first in the program today, and you made it a grand success with a beautiful opening speech, sir. Sir is here, His Excellency. We are blessed to have his presence on this special day. Thank you, sir. Thank you so much. Because you are the one who made it a grand success, sir, with a beautiful, inspiring, motivational opening speech, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you so much, sir. Now, Professor Najma Akhtar, ma'am, Honorable Vice Chancellor, Jamia Millia Islamia University. Really, thank you so much, ma'am. Thank you so much for your gracious presence. The moment you accepted our invitation, so many people asked us, really, ma'am, joining this program. Really, that's so great, ma'am. That's so great. Thank you for your beautiful presence and beautiful speech, ma'am. Really, we are honored and blessed. And Professor Chakra Tripathi, sir, actually, sir joined and he shared a few words with me before starting up this program, but due to some technical problems, he messaged me. But by the end of this day, he would join at any time. So we thank Professor Chakradhar Tripathi, sir, and Murli Manohar Pathak, sir. Really, you are amazing, sir. Whatever you have brought us today, that is from our Indian heritage and culture. Thank you, sir. Thank you so much. Kudos to your wonderful contribution to the program. And all our honorable chief guests made this day. Last but not the least, Purushottam Maharaj ji, we thought that we are missing you, but you made it at the end by appearing in front of us, because that's what we want, sir. Because in case if we say that sir has joined, people don't trust. Because I told many people that Hamsanandini ma'am is coming to our program, but this Facebook doesn't accept it. That Facebook is removing my post saying that it's a spam post. Hamsanandini is not joining. So that's why I am here and there I am including ma'am, because that Facebook has to know that it's not a wrong message, but it is a right message. Because Hamsanandini ma'am being a great celebrity and Amni Cancer Foundation founder, she is with us today to share this beautiful platform. Dr. Shama Hussain ma'am, sorry for taking much time. Over to you, ma'am. Please take it ahead.
Thank you, Rajarav Garu. So our next chief guest, next special guest, in the name itself, Hamsa, a reflection of peace again. Miss Hamsa means she herself is so gracious and a reflection of peace. Not only in her name, she is not only bringing the peace by reflecting her personality, but also by leading it, by walking it. By leading and walking by this Cancer Foundation, where lots of people are lacking that peace every minute, every second, every hour in their life. So she is trying to bring that peace in their lives. Don't you think it is an amazing job, my dear friends? It's not possible to give hope to such a wonderful people who are near to the death and just running for life. So without delaying, let me invite wonderful personality, Miss Hamsanandini. I'm feeling so happy to announce your name, first of all. మీరు ఆంధ్ర నుంచి కాబట్టి నేను కూడా తెలియండి. So let me namaskaram andi. Thank you. మా invitation accept చేసుకున్నందుకు. Thank you so much, Hamsanandini garu.
Hello, everyone. Am I audible?
Yes, you are audible. You're audible, Andi.
All right, great. So firstly, I would like to thank Dr. Pagadi Palli for inviting me to the World Peace Summit 2023. It is very credible initiative, so big kudos to him and his team for organizing this event. Hello and good evening, everyone. Namaste to all joining across the globe. All gathered humanitarians and my fellow dreamers of a brighter future. It is really awesome that you're all here with me today to have a chat about a couple of really important topics that are totally connected. Getting rid of poverty and making our world more peaceful. We all know that when people are doing well, there's more peace and harmony. So focusing and ending poverty should be at the top of our list when we are talking about world peace. A bunch of our amazing fellow speakers already mentioned how important it is to tackle poverty, but I want to dive a little deeper with you guys and look at the solutions we have on hand to deal with these super critical issues. We need to realize that poverty comes from the breakdown of three key pillars of a peaceful society. Number one, access to education. Number two, financial inclusion. And number three, access to healthcare. So let's build them up one by one. At this moment, our world is in a sweet spot to make education available to everyone. The internet and digital technology are game changers here. I truly believe that our focus for the next 10 years should be on getting the internet and smart devices to even the most forgotten folks out there. This will spread information far and wide, letting people reach their full potential. Governments all over the world need to work together on this. We've seen the amazing results in India over the past decade. As activists, it's our job to work with governments in countries that need a hand to build up their digital infrastructure. We are talking policies, standards, and rollouts. Digitization is the key to unlocking education for everyone, and we all need to take it seriously if we want to see lasting changes. A similar approach can be used to tackle financial inclusion. Going digital makes it way easier for poor folks to get access to money. Having access to money opens up on opportunities and boosts self-belief. This is probably the best thing about financial inclusion. Social enterprises, SEs, and NGOs play a huge part here too. We should focus on teaching people about finance, getting microcredit to those who need it, and opening up financial markets to everyone. Plus, we need to make sure that people actually get the benefit and social support they deserve. Now, when it comes to healthcare, I think that social enterprises and NGOs have a massive role to play, maybe even bigger than governments. Sure, I mean, governments can make great policies and build top-notch facilities, but it's all for nothing if SEs and NGOs don't spread the word, create access, and support the system. As a cancer survivor, I have decided to spend my life improving healthcare through my NGO, the Yamini Cancer Foundation. We are all about raising awareness about cancer, empowering India's less fortunate, and making sure cancer diagnostics are available to everyone, everywhere. We, as activists, social entrepreneurs, and social workers can make a huge difference in giving everyone access to healthcare. We should do everything we can to stand up for this basic human right. So my fellow peace warriors, in conclusion, it's clear that we all have a big role to play in ending poverty and creating a more peaceful world. By focusing on these three pillars, education, financial inclusion, and healthcare, and working together with governments, social enterprises, and NGOs, we can make a real difference in the lives of millions. Let's remember that we are all in this together, and it's our collective responsibility to make our world a better place for everyone. Let's roll up our sleeves, get to work, and give it our all to create the brighter future we are all dreaming of. Namaste. Thank you.
Wonderful to hear from a wonderful person about the three important pillars, which we have it and we neglect it as well. Thank you for focusing on individual responsibility, Ms. Hamza, where individual responsibility is lacking in this present day society. If we, each and everyone, start on individual responsibility with financial inclusion and health and diversity, I'm sure we will take it ahead. Thank you so much, Ms. Hamza, for this very descriptive way of giving the wisdom nuggets for peace. Thank you once again. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Hamsa ma'am, one of your fan, he is eagerly waiting for you, my younger son. Say hi, ma'am.
Hello. Hi. Can't hear you.
He is your hardcore fan, ma'am. Thank you,
Oh,
thank you.
sweet. Thank you.
Carolyn ma'am, over to you. A few words
Thank
about
you.
our
Yeah.
honorable ma'am.
Thank you very much, ma'am. I'm a huge fan of you. I follow your YouTube where you speak about the healthy diet. So
Thanks.
really what you said is right, ma'am. Education and financial status and health is very important in one's life. If they do not focus on that, their life will be destroyed. And everyone need to understand the importance of education, financial inclusion, and healthcare. So as being social entrepreneurs and activists, we have to educate the society, the importance of these three pillars and improve the society and its standards. Thank you very much, ma'am, for being with us, joining us. Thank you.
My
Once again,
pleasure. Thank you.
Hamsa ma'am, thank you so much for joining. We are honored, we are happy to see you here. Really, because whenever we see you on silver screen, we felt really so great, especially the movie Laukyam. It made us, everyone become a fan of you, because that is being played on TV channels, and these kids are very much happy to see you with
Yes.
great Brahmananda Garu and all. So anyway, ma'am, such a great actress and beautiful actress here with us, and you are doing a great service by through your cancer foundation. Soon, ma'am, certainly in soon coming days, we do collaborate and we do together some wonderful program. Thank you once again. And we have other special guests. And over to Dr. Shama Hussain, ma'am.
Thank you, Rajaram Garu. After listening to Mr. Hamza, I think we got more energized. Thank you so much, Raja Garu. So let me welcome now our very important and honorable guest, actress, director of Girl Foundation. In the name itself, again, there is an empowerment and gender equality. SDG 5 is focusing on Miss Rohini Naidu, who is again bringing peace. When you empower, Dr. Ambedkar, he said, when you empower a girl child, you are empowering the whole world. When you are empowering the whole world, you are bringing the peace. So indirectly, Ms. Rohini Naidu is in terms of peace in 360 degrees. So Rohini Naidu, we welcome you.
Hello, everyone. Thank you so much for the lovely introduction. And please excuse me for not being on video for this time. Can you all hear me?
Yeah, you're audible.
All right. So today, I feel so good, so glad to be here, sharing, listening to many experiences, listening to many inputs, as well as a platform wherein I can also share my set of experiences and what I really think about few very, very important things which are not really spoken of frequently. So I was asked to speak about world peace. So that was the first thing which I was told. When I heard this world peace, I mean, the first thought which comes to my mind or which came to my mind is love, because everything can be attained only and only through love, not through wars. We all know that. And our great scriptures also speak that, love is the most powerful weapon one can ever have. So world peace can be attained only and only when people walk in non-violence, when they accept and adapt to non-violent methods. Now, when we also talk about world peace, it means that all the nations should come together for a common goal, right? So everything is interlinked. Like when we talk about common goals, we need to understand that we have to work on equal human rights. We need to work on education, as Miss Hamza mentioned. We have to work on the health. We have to work on, diplomats or an end to end to all forms of fighting. We need to put an end to everything, like, poverty, no education, hunger. These are all the prime areas. When we address these issues, only then there will be peace in the world. If these issues are unaddressed, for say, if children are not given education, they do not understand, or they do not have the discretion power to understand the difference between the right and wrong. So they definitely get into the wrong sides of earning money or to make their livelihood. In the similar manner, if they're not aware of, what good health is, how important it is, to for one survival, then they definitely get into the wrong ways again. So everything is, correlated here. World peace is attained through so many things. So I say that when we talk about world peace, it is collaboration of all the countries. Point number one, it is talking and teaching about love, because nothing can be achieved through wars or killing each other or through harming each other. And from there, when we talk about, I was also asked to speak about sustainable development goals. From this piece crops up sustainable development goals as well, wherein we have 17 goals which have to be addressed. But the first goal which I really work on is no poverty. And the work which I do is so relevant to that too. When I speak about poverty, there are many, many forms of poverty, like having no food, having no access to education, having no access to medical care, and having no access to sanitary products whatsoever. So when we talk, about different forms of um, poverty, I thought, why not I address on the healthcare, and again, why not I address on period poverty, which is a not at all spoken topic. Like when I started this, people had huge questions like, why am I talking about this? What is the necessity to talk? I mean, this is absolutely a private and a personal matter, but it is definitely not a personal matter. It is something related to personal hygiene, rather, I would say. It is not a very personal, it's not a secret. It is an issue which has to be addressed. And when we take the survey of many countries, we understand that most of the countries do not have access to sanitary pads, and almost more than 50% of the world has this problem, and only Scotland has addressed to this issue. And India, being a developing country, still has this problem where most of the girl children do not have access to sanitary products. And that's when the Girl Foundation gets into the picture, and that's when we started addressing girl children. The name girl I have given for my NGO means I wanted to empower girl students, girl children especially, because everywhere I see, every nook and corner I see, I listen to the stories. Every girl, every woman is oppressed. She might be a manager, she might be a director of a company, she might be a doctor or an educationist, but at the end of the day, she comes back to her place. She doesn't understand what human rights are all about. She's oppressed many a times, every day, I'd say, in fact, when I listen to the stories. And when it comes to uneducated lot, the stories are still when girls are given education, when they are made to understand what is really important to address, then I always say it is education and empowerment. They both go hand in hand. When girls are made to understand that they have these rights, the law supports them. If they are educated, they can become financially strong. They can make their own decisions. They have this discretion power. They have many more skills which are correlated to education. That is when I thought the Girl Foundation has to be named the same, the Girl Foundation and nothing more. And that's when I started working on gender sensitization. I started taking sessions for the boys only to make them more sensitive towards girls. So that's how my journey started 7 years ago. And today we have touched more than more than 2 lakhs, I guess. So many students across the state going everywhere, every nook and corner of the state, going to the government schools, model schools, social welfare schools, orphan homes, blind schools, whatnot. And everywhere we tell only one thing, that girls have to be respected. This is what I tell to the boys. And when I speak to the girls, I say they have to have education at any cost. They have to be financially strong to achieve their goals, to stand on their feet, to not to succumb to any direful situations. So these are the basic points which we talk about. And today, when I am taking up the project Period Poverty, I am so happy. I'm so glad that we have adopted a village, a place where there are no basic amenities, a village which has 100 menstruating girls and who have no access to sanitary pads. We have adopted a government school wherein we have 250 girls. We have adopted a tribal place. So in this manner, we are trying to touch upon every area. So like this, if you start working on the grassroots levels, girls will understand that their health also is so very important for a family to have a healthy and a happy generation. So this is all about girl empowerment. I feel this is all about human rights. This is all about sustainable development goals. Whichever term we use, finally it comes to one thing, that we need to educate, empower, and enlighten the lives of many. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Dr. Ms. Rohini. When you said love, that most of the people that today did not focus, I want to tell you one thing here. Yes, exactly. Love is something that can bring peace. When power of love overrules the love of power. When the power of love overrules the love of power, we can bring peace. And one more thing, as you said, the knowledge needs to be converted into actions, as you are doing. The incredible knowledge that you are having, the incredible passion that you are having, you are spreading it to the villages, to the rural areas, everywhere, especially empowering the needies, especially the girl child. And you are doing your quota. I can say your quota, your responsibility as a responsible citizen of the world in bringing the world peace. We are really inspired, and definitely most of the people watching you or listening to your words will be definitely inspired, and at least they will take it away with them. Thank you so much for this.
Ma'am.
Thank you so much. Yeah, if there is any chance, by any chance we can do something, we have to spread the word across the globe to every nook and corner where there is hunger and where there is period poverty. I want all of us to come together, collaborate, and work towards a common goal. That's when we will really address or understand the real value of the word peace. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, ma'am. Wonderful. As you're working for girl child, especially girl education is very important. If one girl is educated, the total family will be educated and enlighten the society, and it will be spread to nation and to the world. And as you said about the sanitary pads, many of the girls do not know the hygiene, which is very important. The hygienic conditions, we have to bring awareness. If they do not be hygiene, they fall prey to different types of diseases. So I have adopted a slum in Saidabad colony, Singareni colony slum, where tribal people will survive in slum. And I also distribute sanitary pads. I noticed the unhygienic situations of these slums, and I have taken up many awareness programs for girls and women, and I have distributed sanitary pads. At that time, the male came running and they said, "Ma'am, please do not distribute in this way," making the girls and women to stand and take up the sanitary pads. Then I said, what should I do? Please kindly take them into the room and view them secretly, and this should not be known to anyone. So still the people are in such a state that it should not be discussed or brought to the notice of the public. It has to be taken into very secretly to be done by the girls and women. But these awareness programs are important, and we know that many of the girls and women are oppressed and suppressed in their houses and in the working place. So domestic violence and sexual harassment is high in the society, and we need to address. So let us work together for the upliftment of the girl and the woman to lead a peaceful life. Thank you very much, ma'am, for the wonderful message you carried.
Thanks.
Rohini Naidu, ma'am, please accept my apologies. Today, we were unable to see you. That is because of my mistake. I forgot to send her Zoom link today. When the time is 9 p.m., I suddenly remembered that, and ma'am asked me, where is the link? So within 5 minutes, she has to join the program. So it's all my mistake.
No issues.
Really?
No, happens. Happens. That's okay.
Please accept my apologies, ma'am.
No, that's absolutely
You have
fine.
given a beautiful speech, ma'am. That's so inspiring, stunning, and much needed to the society, where you are speaking about girls and girls empowerment. Really, that is required to the society at present time. But please accept, and you have to join one of our programs, because it's a 18-day series.
Okay.
So already so many of our guests sent me a message saying that those kadif, because they are feeling so sad. Still, we didn't provide them the time. So that's what happening, ma'am. But we will meet again in one of our programs. We'll see you as our keynote speaker, because that is the need of the hour. We'll discuss once again. And thank you so much for joining.
Yeah, thank you.
Shama, ma'am, some good words from you. Then we'll go for the second session.
Thank you so much, Rajarao Garu. Thank you for this opportunity. Thank you, Dr. Carolina, as well, for this, for inviting me as a chair over here. And before leaving, I just want to tell everyone a small thing, a very small thing, just quickly, very short. So there was one boy, one young man, and he was fed up with his place, and he wants to relocate in another place. So he started leaving to another place, and when he entered to that new place, he asked one of the person, "How are the people here? Can I live here? Are the people good here?" Then that man said, "The people, how are the people with you before, in the place where you were living before?" He said, young man said, the people were very jealous, envy, very self-centered, worst people I have ever seen. That's the reason I left that place. So what about this place? He said, even here also you will find the same people. Then another young man, he wants to relocate, and he himself came to that, and he said, "I want to relocate here. How are the people here?" The same question is asked. He said, "The people are very fine where I was living. They were very calm, very good, very loving." He said, "The people are same here also." That means it is depend on you. If you give love to the people, they'll give you love back. If you give goodness to the people, they'll give you goodness back. If you give peace, they'll give you peace. So just stay peace, keep smiling, everyone, keep smiling all the time, and have a wonderful, Rajarao Garu, wonderful World Peace Summit, this new 2023. It should be rocking and inspiring to everyone. Thank you, Rajarao Garu.
Thank you, Excellency. Thank you so
Shama,
much.
ma'am. You make the platform more vibrant. And you shake everything, okay? And you inspire everyone with your loving words. And really what you said, what we feel, the same environment, it will be reflected. What we sow, the same will be reaped. So thank you very much, ma'am, for making the environment more vibrant and jubilant. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Dr. Carolyn. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Shama, ma'am, please accept our thanks. Not just thanks, it's something more than that. Because always for World Peace Summit, the first day and last day are important, and we have two names. One is Dr. Shama Hussain, ma'am, and the second one is Rajput. So when our VNB asked Rajput sir, he said that he will take care of that valedictory ceremony. Then when we asked Dr. Shama Hussain, ma'am, sir, ma'am told me that, okay, I'll take care of this inaugural ceremony. And you both, the moment I asked, the moment I requested, you say, Rajarao Garu, if you ask, I'll be there. That is from you, and that is from Rajput sir. Really, thank you, ma'am. Thank you so much. Because whatever we have the trust in you, of course, you exceeded more than that. still you can go beyond those boundaries, but we too are here to put some breaks. Sometimes here and there we disturb you, but that is needed because it is a inaugural ceremony. So we are also receive our honorable guest. So thank you, ma'am. Thank you for giving us the time. Otherwise, you are the one in the war with your sword. If once you have the what we call this dice, then nobody can stop you. That is what you, because we have seen so many times. So that's what I tell people whenever Dr. Shama Hussain ma'am that comes, ma'am, if once she takes the mic, nobody can stop her. That is what really you do amazing job, ma'am. And today you made it. Whatever we have the confidence on you, really you went beyond our expectations. Thank you. Thank you so much for making this
Thank you,
day
both
so.
of you. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you, Dr.
Now
Caroline.
the time is for our board of directors, our patrons. I think we have our beloved Prime Minister. I think we have our beloved Prime Minister. Ma'am, are you there? Queen Eden, ma'am, can we see Her Excellency?
Yeah.
Yes. Can you please switch on your video? Yes.
Hi.
From our board of directors, she is the first one who joined. It always happens. HRM Queen Majesty, Queen Eden Soriano Trinidad from Philippines, Prime Minister of Birland State, having Her Excellency as our board of director, our advisor, and our patron. Really, truly, we are honored and blessed. We'll speak it about ma'am later. But over to you, Excellency. We want to hear from you first of all, then we'll speak.
Hello, good evening. It's actually 13, let me see my time. It's actually 13 minutes past the hour of 12 midnight. I'm humbled, Dr. Rajarao and Professor Caroline. I'm very honored to address this body in our quest to attain world peace and real peace for our world. I am also very delighted and thrilled to witness and be a part of this inaugural ceremony of the World Peace Summit 2023, a beautiful and remarkable initiative organized by you, Dr. Rajarao, and Professor Caroline, being managing director and the chairman, Dr. Rajarao, our very enthusiastic, remarkable chairman of Vishwa Humanity. Thank you so much for inviting me. And to our eminent chief guest from the different state, institution in India, to my fellow board of directors and patrons of Vishwa Humanity United International Royal Council, I truly admire you all. And Dr. Rajarao for your unwavering and moved determination to call every nation, every leaders to join force in bringing awareness for the world peace. Congratulations to both of you, Dr. Rajarao and Professor Caroline. Thank you for adding me also as a member of the board of directors and as the patron. So honorable excellencies, peace leaders and peacemakers, ladies and gentlemen, a most wonderful and pleasant evening to all. Please pardon me. I feel so sleepy, really. Almost every day, every evening, I'm having a speakership, being invited as a guest speaker, chief guest. And always I stayed late because of the time difference. So I'll try to finish my message without falling asleep. During the ancient times, they're always fighting and killing, grabbing, dismantling kingdoms, monarchies, tribes, councils to rule over other territories. The rulers always eyeing for territorial expansion, which is why there are suppressed and lost kingdoms. Power, kingship were taken by force from them. The strong man wins, the strong army wins, conquering and looting and taking over, possessing everything, make the new prized land their new territory, and the citizens their own people, and change kingdoms and monarchies into communism, republics, socialist, or democratic countries. Despite that, more territorial disputes have occurred. We had World War II, World War I, World War II, World War III is brewing up with the unrest in so many countries today. I don't understand why you already have your country, say country B. Why do you still want to take country E? Why you still want to get your neighborhood's properties? Up to our generation, up to this time, leaders of countries want to take over other lands, islands, water territories. It is the game of power, I think, to show who is the most powerful and why. Maybe for legacy. The leaders want to be famous, to be known to the future generation that when they were the leaders, they are known as great. Powerful, strong leaders, powerful presidents. Strong presidents, strong rulers. They are bullies, bullying the weak nations. There is no need to point out who's bullying who. From the past generations, human beings around the world work hard to attain peace, but their efforts ended mostly in heartbreaking futility, leading to pessimism and worst. That made me always say in my several speeches that why peace is so elusive, that despite there are hundreds or thousands of peace organizations, local, national, international peace organizations all over the world, we couldn't attain peace. This has been my question and observation in the past several years. That made me wrote several poems about this topic, but I'm not gonna read my poem. Everyone can see and feel, and it is now a widespread belief that peace is far from attaining, and we don't need to ask why, that it is truly maybe human being who will bring the destruction of our own home. That civilization is doomed to perish by violence. See the Ukraine and Russian war, see the Sudan clashing with their own leaders and people. And we heard the UN Secretary General that no humanitarian organizations could penetrate in Sudan since the clashes broke up a few weeks ago. No empathy. Those starting these pathetic conflicts has no empathy. They don't think the consequences to their citizens, to the people. The outbreak of conflicts and wars will bring poverty, hunger, economic instability, and a bonsai culture. And we peacekeepers and peace seekers, peace warriors, ambassadors of peace, kept on pursuing the UN SDG 17 goals. But the war lovers, they don't care about this. They don't care if all their people will die because of hunger caused by poverty due to war. Now, so many peace and humanitarian organizations are conducting peace conferences, webinars. Why peace is far from achieving? And because maybe many are only making a show. It's for a show. And this is very disappointing. For self-aggrandizement, to get more funders for their organizations. For those who truly care about attaining world peace, the more we should be bold and fearless in our quest for world peace. Be involved, be fearless. Let our voice be heard. Empower all young and old. Peace education must be further strengthened. For me, organizations that promote peace should focus on their grassroots, from the grassroots. We need to start planting the seed of peace from the womb, from the time a human is being conceived, and ensure the mental well-being of every child being born in this world and the citizens' overall happiness. Educate every life while the life is in the womb. Every woman carrying that tiny life inside her womb should start educating that life while that tiny life is being conceived. How? How you think, how you speak, what you read and what you watch, what you believe. All this affects the life inside the womb. To be peaceful, to be loving, to be compassionate, to be caring, to be understanding, to be kind and open-minded. And when the time comes that they are born, peace education must continue. Peace education must start from womb of every conceiving woman. Let it be a way of life. For once this life in the womb is out of the womb, the mother will start to lose control over this tiny life. All kinds of outside forces and factors outside the womb will start to affect and groom this life. Education is very important, but what kind of education? The problem with conflicts from generation to generation is because fathers and mothers, nurses, and maybe the caregivers of these infants, of those infants, were already planting seeds of animosity, anger, atrocities, hatred, teaching an infant to hold guns, to shoot, to kill a particular group of people, amplifying hatred rather than amplifying peace and forgiveness and acceptance and peaceful coexistence. Whatever happens, we should not surrender. We should not succumb or halt from promoting, creating peace awareness in all forms, in all means, by all means. The more we should come together like this to lead and to be models of peace, messengers and leaders, not in the absence of war, clashes, and conflicts, annihilation, but despite of all these negative forces that clashes, peace to sprout, and that crushes peace to sprout and grow and be a strong tree and bear peace fruits, turn every negativity to positivity. Let's not conquer and divide. Let's multiply love, empathy. I prefer the word caring. The kids are saying caring is sharing. Peace is attainable. May not be by continents, but let's start in our own country, which is why we in Beerland, the newly emerging country in African continent, we are focusing on culture. And our first culture is poetry. And the first structure to be established is the Palace of Poetry. We want a peaceful country. We will not build military borders as our first structures. No. And here's what Mr. Robin Shackley said, and I quote, for this is also true to me. I am an asset to everything I am involved in. To all of us, to all of you here participating in this World Peace Summit, are we an asset in everything that we are involved in? Do we truly promote peace? In what way? It should begin from you and me, from within us. If we cannot live harmoniously with our neighbors, our brothers in our households, how can we live harmoniously with your neighboring cities and towns and nations. How can you become a humanitarian leader if you cannot treat nicely your own house helpers, your office workers, your siblings, or your relatives and fellow human beings? To end with, our world is really beautiful. Let peace prevail. It will only happen if we all contribute as leaders, and it must begin from within us. Thank you very much. This is Queen Eden Soriano Trinidad from the Philippines, representing both Philippines and the state of Beerland in Africa. Thank you once again.
Thank you very much, ma'am. Queen Eden, ma'am, Prime Minister of Beerland State. Amazing. This is the time you said it is midnight and you're about to sleep, but still you're trying your best level. And still I find it with the great energy, ma'am. No one can say that you're falling asleep like that. No. You're very active and energetic. I'm able to see, and the way you presented is extraordinary, ma'am. Every point you are touched, especially mothers need to teach peace to the children that will be spread to the total globe. Mother is the first teacher in the family. What you said is right, ma'am. Empathy, forgiveness, compassion. This we learn from women, and women know how to lead a peaceful life and bring a great peace to the total globe. Thank you very much, ma'am. Thank you, Queen.
Namaste.
Thank you, Majesty. Thank you so much. Really, you are so great being a Prime Minister and being a Queen, and being a great education is with so many responsibilities and roles. You are doing a commendable job to support this humanitarian cause. Thank you, Majesty, because you are the one, whenever we start a program, you are the one who joins first and who leaves in the end. Really, that is what happening for the last 2 years. Thank you, Majesty. Thank you so much. We are honored and humbled. And thank you for the emphasis that you laid on the education. That is really the need of the hour. Thank you so much. We all know that you are working 20 hours a day. Soon after this World Peace Summit, I promised you we'll join together. We work together for the cause of Beerland State. Really, we do that. We build a great infrastructure there. We all together, we can make it things better, and we'll do it, Majesty. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Namaskar.
Namaskar.
Maraming salamat. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you so much. Yes, we have our family member, Dr. Parin Somani ji from England, London. Really having her excellency in our program, it always adds beauty, because in beauty pageants, she has won so many awards. Actually, no one believes it, because she is popularly known as an academician. But whenever I design her poster or whatever creative, that photo with a crown, because I like it very much, because the grace, the aura, that picture reflects everything. Because this is not about physical beauty. It is about her inner beauty towards humanitarian cause. And whatever we are doing for the last 2-3 years, Dr. Parin Somani ma'am is there. Once she accepts our invitation, whatever the situation it may be, because there are many times she has given her speeches from even while she was doing a journey from cars, she has given great presentations. Thank you, Excellency. Thank you so much. Actually, today she and our Prime Minister, they both have joined as our board of directors. But on 4th, our Dr. Parin Somani will join as a chief guest. And tomorrow, for a sustainable development goal, our Prime Minister will join as a chief guest. So here today, as our board of director and our patron, we wanted to hear from Dr. Parin Somani ma'am. Over to you.
Thank you so much, Dr. Rajarao, for inspiring me and having a very kind words. I don't know how to say that, but I have to say a very, very big thank you for inviting me here. You're very, very kind and very humble. I don't have any more words to talk about you and Professor Dr. Caroline, what you organize and bring each and everyone on this platform. This is not a joke. It's a hard work. It's a determination, and your affection and love towards us, not just to me, but each and everybody who are on the line and off the line. Aapko hamara pyar bhara namaste. I wanted to say a very big thank you to each and everybody, all the eminent speakers who have already made the speeches. Though I was traveling, however, I was in central London. I just arrived 2 days ago. So a lot of shopping, a lot of things to catch up. So I was just there, but I did not want to miss my opportunity to listen to all of you. Amazing speeches and amazing, everyone has contributed their share towards the Vishwa Humanity International, United International Royal Council for the World Peace Summit 2023. I would like to start a beautiful quote of Mother Teresa, who said, if we have no peace, it is because we have forgotten we belong to each other. The United Nations Sustainable Development Goals, SDGs, have been devised to overcome highlighted global challenges by the year 2030. 17 SDGs goals have been established and can be perceived as a blueprint for dignity, peace, and prosperity for people and the planet. So today, let's focus on the Sustainable Development Goal number 1, to end poverty in all its form everywhere around the world. See, we all reside in a different part of the world, whether you're in India, Pakistan, Africa, US, Canada, UK, anywhere in the world. We all are residing in the world that is a changing rapidly. And we have seen how rapidly the era of technology has taken. So we have seen a rise in stigma, discrimination, hatred, and a loss of lives, and increased poverty. Collectively, we face global, social, economic, and political unrest. In addition, if you remember that what's happening in the current situation, what was happening before, that the COVID came and it's gone. Still many more things to come and go. This is a challenging period of time which we all have to go through. If this is not enough, the current war between Russia and Ukraine has resulted in massive losing their lives. Simultaneously, it has triggered financial turmoil, leading to immense uncertainty regarding global economic recovery. We have been witnesses to the spikes in the fuel prices, food, and the cost of living, which is also promoting poverty. We know the prices of each and everything has gone more than what used to be in anywhere in the world. So every day we read in the newspaper, what do we read? Or when we are listening to the radio or watch news channel on television, we are subject to the very, very sad news comprising of violence, war, crime, disaster, or famine. This can be successfully instilled fear and tension within individuals, resulting in questioning pertaining to safety, increased poverty, and affecting peaceful living wherever we are living in anywhere in the world. The United Nations has highlighted that we all live in a world where there is a presence of both acute poverty and extreme wealth. 1 in 8 people lives a life extremely poverty, and 2 in 5 people do not have access to adequate sanitization. The world is facing famines caused by humanity, where individuals in countries like Africa, Kenya, Yemen, South Sudan, and Somalia faced higher risk of starvation, disease, and mass displacement affecting quality of life, and lots of future things which is unexpected. Urgent action needs to be taken by humanity to eradicate poverty globally now and in the future. World leaders have recognized the importance of ensuring individuals can achieve their full potential in peace, security, dignity, and equality. However, this can only be achieved through a collective effort at the local and the international level. So what Dr. Rajarao and Professor Dr. Caroline both are working for this mission of humanitarian work, which is amazing. And I think as a speaker, as a humanitarian, as a philanthropic, we all are the world leader. And we should always be together and help this institution, this NGO to grow well and eradicate the poverty, which has been highlighted in SDG number 1. As a global community, we face numerous challenges. However, there is a need to make enlightened decisions today that will create a positive, sustainable future. Business can help by looking at the income structure, create opportunities for capable individuals. This can be linked to food, nutrition, as a healthcare, education, and sanitization. So these are the link, like when you say the link to the food, nutrition, insecurity, lack of access to basic quality services such as healthcare, education, and sanitization, and a low empowerment and a personal security. So many dimensions, especially for the poor, are closely related to the environment and the need for the quality education and skill development to overcome challenges pertaining to poverty. It would be beneficial to seek sponsorship, opportunity, and community development programs to help the society at large. So basic sanitization and access to the clean water is vital to ensure protection from the airborne disease. In addition, just a basic healthcare is required, ensuring affordability and accessibility. Another important factor is empowering females, as this will assist gender equality and development, facilitating fast growing growth. So malnutrition is another element resulting from poverty, and therefore local communities would benefit from partnering with the World Food Programme and improve food security to help to combat this program. So in contemporary life, we are facing many challenges and the world is upside down, but we know how to bring it together. We are the future, and we are the master of our own destiny. When people around us are unwell, hungry, power and money you make alone is immaterial. We want to be part of the wider solution. But how can we do that? I have got 3 important tips to share with you. Number 1, first of all, you need to believe in yourself. Nothing in life is constant. Even a caterpillar changes into the beautiful butterfly. So you know that you have the strength to create a positive change and inspire others. Do not be afraid. The world has faced previous challenges, war, disease, political unrest, financial crisis. We came out resilient. True? Am I right? We all came out resilient in a time when there was a COVID going everywhere in the world. And we also become stronger than we were before. We learned from the past and created a better future. Do you know why? Because we love our country. You can make our country a prosperous once again. Number 2, follow your true instinct. Do the right things. Do not cheat anyone. Do not forget your ethical values. Be kind, be humble, be generous, be fair, and help each other. And number 3, be the person that builds bridges, respect diversity despite ethnicity, social, political, or religious lookouts. Remember, as I told you, this is our country, wherever we live. That belongs to us. We belong to them and they belong to us. You can change the future. You can make a positive impact on the society at large. Start with the family and friends. And when you are doing that, trust me, there is a lot to learn and a lot to inspire the world. I always believe that it's always by working together, we can make a positive global change and endeavor to find solutions through which we can promote world peace. Thank you for listening. And thank you so much once again, Dr. Rajarao and Professor Caroline for inviting me here. Thank you. Shukriya.
Thank you very much, ma'am. So delighted to see you after a long time. And your words are so inspiring and amazing. And as you said, every point you are touched, which is very important for the flourishment of the globe. So peace, girl education, sanitization, and eradication of poverty, all these are important. And we have to implement sustainable development goals 1 to 17, which are very, very important. And attaining world peace is to lead a peaceful life. Thank you very much, ma'am, for being with us and making us more happy with your presence.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, Parin Somani, ma'am. Really, we have to learn a lot from you because you have the mark of true academician. Because whatever the subject it may be, you don't go with vague. You want clear picture of it because we have had so many times discussions about all these. Because whatever the topic it may be, generally people don't discuss, but you discuss it and you have the complete picture of, because you need clarity so that you can give your audience to the absolute, the content, whatever they are expecting. Because it is the mark of true academician, because we have so many times have a discussion about you. Thank you, Excellency. Thank you so much. Because at this age, I am not talking about your whole age. It's not like that. You are so young. So, because you are so, what I mean is you are so experienced person, but even then, you do that research. You give the power, the content, the power of content to our audience. Thank you, Excellency. Thank you so much. God bless you. And God blessed us by giving you as our patron and as our mentor, as our director, having your presence in our team. Really, it made us so great with your presence. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Dr. Rajarao, can I share a couple of words with you if that's okay?
Sure. More.
Yeah. I just wanted to give a wonderful news that I'm invited as a keynote speaker at the Cambridge University on 8th and 9th.
Congratulations, congratulations. It's
So,
great. It's so
it's a
great.
very proud moment to share this good news with each and everybody. And I want to say that finger crossed, touch wood, we can do something better and help whoever
Yes,
comes
sure.
to the conference. And this conference is run by the Global Research Conferences, and I'm the part of the conference. So that is really nice that I'm part of you and you're part of us, and we are going to be, I will be speaking on behalf of all of you. So
Congratulations,
let's pray.
Excellency.
I can do well.
Congratulations. Really, really. In coming days, we surely do remarkable things because we are very close to whatever we are planning through all these platforms for the last 2 years. We are very close to that. By God's grace, we'll do miracles because you are with us. We are all together on one platform. Thank you, Excellency. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
And we have Her Highness, the great Queen of Africa, who is our first prime. In 2020, our first prime, our first mentor, she is none other than our Queen, Dr. Elizabeth Lucas. She told us in the beginning, Mr. Dr. Rajarao, if you want a speaker, count me in. Whenever you have a program, if you want a speaker, because in those days, that is a problem. Getting speakers is a problem, but in nowadays, it is a crisis, but it is very easy, but in those days, that is a crisis. So at that time, she's the first one, because at the time we run a campaign that is called Women Empowerment Campaign. She's the first one to be included in our group. And from that moment onwards, she has been with us. She has empowered us. She has empowered us, and that ended. Then she started empowering next generation, because nowadays Prince and Jason has become great fans of Dr. Queen Elizabeth Lucas ma'am. I told you once, Jason, call that new ma'am as Excellency. No. I only call Queen Elizabeth Lucas ma'am as Excellency. That's what he said. No, you can call anyone with a high. I told him like, no. So what I mean to say is, he stamped in his mind that whenever Queen Elizabeth Lucas ma'am comes, I have to call her as an Excellency, because he strongly believed that the way Elizabeth Lucas ma'am encouraged kids or youngsters, especially youth, really that's marvelous. In the beginning of our journey, we have been encouraged by Her Excellency Dr. Queen Elizabeth Lucas ma'am. Still, our journey is moving ahead with a great fervor and because. So having Her Excellency today in this program, in our inaugural ceremony, really, it's something like a family get together. We feel so, because that's why we put a separate mark for, because we didn't do it earlier. Only chief guests, keynote speakers, then panel speakers. But this time we put a slot for our board of directors. So over to our Honorable Excellency, Queen Dr. Elizabeth Lucas ma'am, please, over to you.
Thank you so much, sir. I'm wondering I was wondering who you were talking about. Thank you so much for the introduction. And I want to say big congratulations. Wow, we've come from far. We've been working on this. Last year was a mind-blowing peace summit. And today is even greater and better. And next year is going to be bigger and better and greater. Because that is the way we go on, when we don't give up and we consistently doing what we believe and we stand for. On this occasion, I want to congratulate His Royal Majesty, Dr. Rajao Pajidipidi. Thank you so much for this great summit. I also want to express my gratitude to my Queen sister, Her Royal Majesty, Dr. BGE Caroline. What a great summit that we just started today. Wow, we are getting better because we never give up. Where are all my Prince and my Jason? Probably they're doing schools, they're doing their own work somewhere. I love them. That's for them. I also want to say we are family, and I appreciate all our great leaders. I started with this program and I have to hop out quickly to another meeting, and I came back. We are all in a busy world when we are working with humanity. And today is our bank holiday. I'm supposed to be resting, but this is a very good time to work together as a family. I want to say congratulations and thank you so much for inviting me to come and share my inspirational nuggets of wisdom. I also want to thank you for the honor of being one of the board of advisor of this organization, Vishwa Humanity United International Royal Council. Thank you so much for trusting in us. I also want to acknowledge all my queens and kings, especially all those ones that have really impacted into our lives today with their wisdom, their powerful message to us. I want to also acknowledge my sister here that she just spoken, our wonderful Honorable Parry, am I right? I appreciate you. And I'm planning one day, because we are in the same city, so we should be doing our visitation soon and connecting with one another. COVID is over. There is no lockdown. Anyway, let me be serious for once. Yes,
I'm sure we'll meet up. I'm sure one day we'll meet up.
We will. And we will bring our brothers and sisters to come and join us in UK. Yes. So thank you so much for inviting me. I'll just go straight to the point. I want to congratulate the wonderful organization, Vishwa Humanity International and United International Royal Council. I want to say I'm glad, I'm proud to be part of it right from the beginning, and we continue. We will not give up, we will not lose up, and we will not quit, because every day we are getting stronger, better, and wiser. So what are we talking about? We are celebrating the peace, and we are together to talk about various topics on how we can make peace in the world. And I like the way my sister said it, that yes, we can attain it, we can achieve it, and we can meet it, and we can create that peace. But it's all going to start from individual. Peace is the freedom from anxiety, disturbances, trouble, violence, war, fighting. It is a stress-free state of security and calmness and harmony. So when we talk of peace, we mean wholeness, calmness, friendly, harmony, fulfillment, security, and also well-being. And that is why we are together. That's why I am able to say I have friends, I have family from India, from Philippines, because we are together. We work together as a humanitarian, and that is why we are human, and we need to do it together. Peace can either be enforced by justice, government have free choice, by people wanting to live together. So it is not the work of one person, it's the work of every one of us. But the question is, how can we experience this peace in this world? Because I believe we can achieve it, we can attain it, and we can spread this peace to every corner of this world. Firstly, it has to start from within, from individual, to experience inner peace and enjoy lives. Without that, we cannot progress in promoting peace. It has to start from us. Like they always say, charity begins at home. So we need to allow the peace to reign in our heart. We need to help ourselves, build ourselves up. We need to allow the creation to perfect its works in us. So let me quickly share with us, how do we experience inner peace? Number one, lack of identity is number one. We don't know ourselves. If we really know ourselves and appreciate ourselves and celebrate ourselves, that is the beginning. Because if I know who you are, ma'am, and I know who you are, then we appreciate our differences, we appreciate diversity, we appreciate culture, we appreciate our tradition, we appreciate who we are as human beings. That is the way to start off. So who are we? Because if you know who you are, you will be able to know others and appreciate others. What's your purpose on earth? Yes, we are all together working on humanity, but there are different ways we can contribute to the society. We are sharing now on this platform created by my brother and my sister. Sometimes we take actions. Sometimes we visit one another, we give to the poor. Sometimes we're so passionate. This is part of life. Every one of us have assignment on earth to do. Every one of us has a purpose to be fulfilled. And that is why we need to know what's our assignment. What do you have to do to contribute to the humanity? What do you have to do to help others? What do you have to do to change lives, to change yourself first and influence others and impact into their lives? Is very important. Focus on those things you can do. We can't do it all. What my brothers and sisters are doing on this platform now, might not be able to do it. They are superhero. They are powerful. Like my sister said, I mean, to bring all of us together on the same platform, it's not a joke. It's a big job, but they are gifted on that. They are blessed. They are equipped. They know what they're doing. They are experts in that. I'm talking of Professor Caroline and also Dr. Rachel. And I want to say, I salute you, sir. Congratulations for successfully organizing this. It's not a joke. They organize it since, they've been starting to organizing these things since last year. Here we are all together, relaxing, enjoying the summit. That is what they can do. So every one of us can do whatever we need to do to contribute to the humanity, to contribute to the society. You cannot change the world, but you can change and develop yourself to impact into others. So be kind to one another, but know your limit and when to say no. So self-care matters. Meditate on those positive words. I can do it. I can achieve it. We can do it together. We can come together, work together, stand together. Be kind requires determination. You have to be courage. It's not easy. The road is rough and tough, but we are stronger and we are tougher and we can work together. And above all, we need to learn to practice forgiveness. Yes, we step on other people's toes. People hurt us and we hurt others. But the only difference is we have to learn to love one another. Just as we say in the Bible, forgive us our sins as we forgive one another. Do you know that even unforgiveness creates bitterness? Unforgiveness will lead somebody to want to damage the lives of others. Unforgiveness also damages our own health. But when we come to let go and forgive ourselves and forgive others, then we can experience the inner peace. Love is the result of peace. And we can only unite and have peace when we love one another. It improves relationships, even to connection. To have peace is to change ourselves, our character, our behaviors, attitude, actions towards others. How do we see ourselves and how do we see others? Because the way you perceive others is the way we will respect others. So to have peace is to change ourselves. Mother Teresa said, and I quote, "Let us always, always meet each one another with smile, for the smile is the beginning of love." So what matters? Enjoy life matters. Be happy matters. Fulfilling your purpose matters. Dreams making matters. Know who you are matters. And coming together as a family matters. And working together and helping and supporting one another matters. So on this occasion, I want to say congratulations, Dr. Rajal and Professor Caroline, for this great summit. We just started and we have a journey of 17 days to come together, reason together, and work together. Thank you so much for inviting me. Thank you so much for being my family from India. And thank you and acknowledge all our great teachers, especially Professor Nada and Dr. Shelley and another Dr. Caroline and all our great, great, great leaders on this platform. We welcome you. We love you because I have to talk as a family member now.
Thank you, Excellency. Thank you so much.
So we welcome you all.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Really, we are honored and blessed to have your wonderful speech. So inspiring, so motivating. Caroline ma'am, are you there?
Yes, I'm listening.
Yes,
I
yes.
didn't leave the platform.
Because we want to hear about our great queen from you.
Yes. Yes. It's so delighted to see my loving, beloved sister, Queen Elizabeth Lucas, ma'am. Thank you very much for being with us. And every word is so inspiring that peace starts within, peace starts from home, then it will be carried to the total nation. Work should start from the house, and then we have to speak about the total nation and the globe. As you said, ma'am, we are family members. We are, as you have invited every eminent speaker globally to this platform and join us. Really, I'm so heart touched. Yes, ma'am, as a family, we have to be together, work together for the welfare of the globe. Thank you very much, ma'am, for being here.
Thank you.
Really, it
Thank you.
is so amazing to see you here on this platform.
Thank you.
Thank you very
Thank
much.
you. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, sir.
Yes, now we have two speakers, Dr. Froilan Maba brother and Shelly Bist ma'am. Then the floor is open for all. Just 5 minutes, brother, please understand, because due to time constraints, Dr. Froilan Maba brother 5 minutes and Shelly Bist ma'am 5 minutes. Then 1 to 2 minutes, all our beloved guests will speak 1 to 2 minutes. First, Froilan Maba, over to you, brother, for 5 minutes, please. Thank you.
Good evening from the Philippines. Actually, it's already 1 a.m. in the morning in the Philippines. So thank you for inviting me, Dr. Rajaraw. So, of course, in terms of poverty, it is the increase of inequality which affects social cohesions and substantially which impairs economic progress, which is caused by the rise in poverty in addition to being unfair and endangered in the integrity of millions of individuals. So of course, it aims to ensure that everyone, even the most vulnerable and underprivileged, enjoys social protection benefits, which is part of the basic standard of life, ensured prosperity, which has an equal rights and access to resources, both natural and economic, which are being sought. Some of them might lost their jobs and lost their income. So this is one of the objectives and goals which are support to the SDG number 1. So in order to achieve and defeat, of course, poverty, the government must work hand in hand and other governments to achieve and defeat this problem. And of course, one way to stop this one is to promote sustainable projects that can cater, of course, the needs of the poor families. So with that, that would be able to attain sustainable development and goal. So that would be all on my part, Dr. Rajan. Thank you. And once again, I'm Abuhay from the Philippines.
Thank you, brother. Thank you so much. Sorry, brother. We made you wait for so long, but due to time constraints, it happened. Thank you, brother. Thank you so much. Dr. Shelly Bist ma'am, over to you. Dr. Shelly Bist ma'am, eminent educationist. She's with us. Shelly Bist ma'am, can you switch on your video? You are there. Dr. Shelly Bist ma'am, your name is there. Can you please?
Yes, I'm very much there.
Thank you. Yes, over to you, please.
Okay. So good evening, good morning, good afternoon to everyone who is present over here. A special attitude of gratitude to Dr. Rajaraw, Dr. Caroline for giving me this opportunity to give my views on the wonderful topic. And I was all ears and eyes open when Professor Dr. Queen Elizabeth was speaking, because it's a delight to listen to her. Okay, so thank you so much for sharing your views. And since Dr. Rajaraw has given me just 5 minutes, so without any, ado, let me just start and give my views on this. That is goal 1, which says end poverty in all its forms everywhere. And I would like to begin with a poetic touch, since from the English background. So it goes like this, that we are far from home, empty fields, empty house. We left for a better life, but all we found was more suffering, more pain, more loss and death. He says it will be okay, but his empty eyes say otherwise. He tells me that we'll survive, but our empty pockets hang heavy. He promises I'll protect you, but his empty voice drifts away, lost like everything else I used to love. We are far from home, empty lives, empty hope. He's all I have left. So I clutch his hand tightly in mine and try to hold on. Why? Because stomach grumbles. So I reach for a snack. If there is nothing to eat, I am taken aback. Aisles of food fill all the stores, meats and veggies and snacks galore. But the world, and in my hometown, there are millions of people. Why go without when their stomach grumbles? There is nothing to eat in our world. 795 million people are going hungry. 1 in 9 people are undernourished without enough food. They are unable to flourish. Growth is stunted and minds work slow. Who can be productive when every meal they forgo? They need our help, our neighbors and friends, because if we are all work together, world hunger we can end. We live in a bubble gilded with gold. We can't see the trouble, the sorrow untold. But what lies behind your daily routine? The paupers will starve. You will eat like a queen. But if someday you lose your wealth and into ruin falls your health, for those who have too much to offer, when the wells dry, we know the worth of water. You learn to ignore it, the rumble in your gut, the silent plea from your stomach for food, the craving slowly consumes you, and there is no way to satiate it. You can count your ribs without an x ray. Your collarbones are an empty pool. Your eyes are sunken like craters in your face. Your jaw is like a weapon threatening to cut you. Your mind is swelled to the brain with memories of food, the plantains your mother used to fry with a bit of sugar and salt on top, the tender goat meat inside the savory red tomato stew that you could smell cooking a mile away, and instantly your mouth would salivate in anticipation. The light, airy puff puff that you never ate often, but you still moaned it anyways. But she's gone. Those harmless mosquito bites that you never thought could do great harm were the reason why malaria overcame her. And before you could accept that reality, she was gone. Your father was non existent. As you bounced from relative to relative, none of them could afford another child. You ran away from the last one with a switch of palm wood that your mother would never would have done. She loved you too much to ever hurt you just for a mistake she had said. After running away, you had no one left. Your home was an alley near the big streets. Your possessions weren't much to marvel at, a ragged blanket, a shirt covered in marks, but some shorts with a hole in the side. Each day you walked the street, praying to God you could have something to eat. Please, Ma, could you spare some money for a starving child? Please, sir, God blesses those who give. But no one ever listened. They continued on with their lives, rolling up the windows on their motorized private bubbles, averting their eyes and frowning as you were invisible. You sometimes wondered if you could go on. The strength began to seep from your body. The occasional morsel from the trash was not enough. The dirty water from the streets could not quench your thirst. Each day you lost another part of yourself. You could barely remember who you used to be. All you remember from that last moment is the pain going away. It seemed to float from your body like the fog rose from the lagoon each morning. And suddenly I wasn't there anymore and I ended up here. I don't know where I am. I don't know what this place is, but all that matters is here. The agony of hunger is no more and I am free. So, esteemed organizers, guests, and speakers over here, eradicating extreme poverty for all people everywhere by 2030 is a pivotal goal of the 2030 Agenda for Sustainable Development. Between 2015 and 2018, global poverty continued its historical decline, with the poverty rate falling from 10.1% in 2015 to 8.6% in 2018. But now, when we talk about the COVID-19 pandemic, the global poverty rate increased sharply from 8.3% in 2019 to 9.2% in 2020, representing the first increase in extreme poverty since 1998 and the largest increase since 1990, and setting back poverty reduction by about 3 years. So when we talk about this entire episode, when we talk about the entire thing, the only thing which comes to our mind is what are we doing? And what are the ways and means by which we are gonna eradicate it? How we're going to stop it? And as Professor Dr. Queen Elizabeth spoke, it happens only and only when we decide to do it beginning from our home. We are talking about the World Peace Summit, we are talking about the world, but how will it be implemented into the world unless and until we don't implement it at our home? It should begin from our home, because it is a small thing. From home it goes like a chain to the other people, and from the chain to chain, from a small place, from your home to your society, to your city, from your town, it goes to the state, it goes to the entire zone, and then it goes to one country, then it goes to the different continents, and then only we talk about the world peace. Now, if you talk about the world peace at your home, that is one thing. But what I feel, wherever we are working, in whatever organization we are working, if we try to implement it over there, then also it matters a lot. Because I just want to wind up with few examples what I am doing at my school. See, each new academic year, each new academic session, there are children who require the new books, there are children who require the new uniforms, but they could not afford. So what I do in my school on all the grades, I request the children who can donate their books. I make a counter somewhere, all books are donated, all uniforms are donated, and the same is picked up by the children who could not afford. Okay, now whenever we used to go for the field trip, see, picnics, excursions, annual trips and all, that is a part and parcel, that is a permanent feature of a school. But we can come up with some SPW activities wherein we can go to some places wherein we can donate some food to the needy. I'm not talking about the big places, but the places which are very near to the school. On orphanage we can talk about, old age home you can talk about, or any slums you can talk about, wherein we actually feel that yes, this is the needy corner. And if we can contribute a small thing, a small contribution from our side, it matters a lot. Again, I want to conclude with one final note. World peace cannot be formed, because speaking for the speaking sake globally will be a shallow task unless and until we mean it, and we do it, because I'm doing it my home, you are doing it your home, we are doing it at workplaces, we are doing it in our society. So gradually it will come, and it will take a chain, and then it will be developed into the entire nation, because charity begins at home. So good evening, good morning. Thank you for listening to me. I think my time is over, and thank you so much for giving me the patient hearing. Namaste from India.
Thank you, Excellency. Really, that's so wonderful. The way you have presented it, it's something, it looks like a poetic presentation.
Yeah.
Because you started with, because you are a writer and author, it happens naturally, but it touched our heart, Excellency. Thank you so much. Because these days you are everywhere. Because I can see at least 3 or 4 programs of you on Facebook. Really, you are doing a commendable job. You are going everywhere and doing your best to support humanity. Thank you, Excellency.
Thank you so much.
Now I invite our friend, advisor, Dr. Srikanth Kalukar sir, to have a few words, just 1 minute, because we are going to wind up in 20 minutes. As we said, it's 11 o'clock to end. Sir, Kalukar sir, over to you for your greetings and wishes.
Thank you very much, sir. I hope I am audible.
Yes, perfectly, sir.
Yeah. Thank you very much, sir, for giving me the opportunity. Thank you very much for inviting our Guruji, who spoke about the hope for better future. In fact, the technique about which he was referring to, I did a small research few years back, and the technique has its mention in Old Testament, in Bible, Suttanipath, as well as Bhagavad Gita and other literatures. Basically, it comes from Vedas. And we found that when people perform it, minimum for only 3 years, what benefit they get is ability to practice karma yoga. Means you become more duty consciousness rather than the result consciousness. And as a result, we found that the people experience peace, prosperity, spiritual gain, and grace. That is connecting with the superpower. So this is what Guruji was also mentioning about. And the details of the techniques are given in all the religions. And thank you very much. Maybe in detail we'll discuss in
Thank you,
time
sir.
to come.
Thank you.
Thank you very much and best wishes. Rajarao sir, Caroline madam, you are doing a great job.
Thank you,
And
sir.
we feel lucky that we are getting opportunity to be part and parcel of your activity. Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Now I invite my friend. Whenever we mention some names, they are very close to our hearts. Professor Nada, I think she's there. Professor,
Greetings.
thank you, my buddy and my
Thank
close
you.
friend.
Thank you so
You are
much.
here. We feel very happy to have your presence. Over to you.
So greetings from Croatia. This was a wonderful event, a wonderful inauguration of the Second World Summit 2023. All great guests, eminent speakers, important, I can say, from all around the globe. And now first day is the no poverty. We know that we all want to end poverty in all its forms everywhere. So, Saraja, you are doing that every day. Madame Caroline, and all here at Vishna Humanity. So I'm really proud on all of you. I don't want to talk about no poverty because we know all that I can say one of the important SDG, because we need not only talk, we need to make actions, and I'm sure that all here today on this great stage are doing that. So that is very important, to make everything what we can. Now our great Dr. Shelley was talking what she's doing. I can say also doing so many actions in my country with my students, and that is a part of my curriculum in every subject what I'm doing. So helping poor from South Africa to all around the globe. Now we were making for the earthquake for the students in Turkey, in my country. So that is something what we need to do, and then we will be sure that we are helping our world. We are helping to hold the people who need our help. So tomorrow another great important topic, so I'm sure that tomorrow also will be great like today. Siraja, I wish a very successful 17 days of this great summit. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much. We need the same support till the end of the day, 18th May. If you are there with us, then the program will be grand success, because you are shouldering a number of programs nowadays we are seeing. We need your support, Excellency. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Yes, I
Now
will try.
invite-
Thank you.
Thank you. Teacher Rajoru Caroline ma'am from Nagaland. She's there with us. She will share 1 or 2 minutes greetings words. Ma'am, over to you.
Greetings, Your Excellencies. It is an honor to hear from all of you, and it has been nourishing, actually. And it's very good to see our beautiful lady, Professor Dr. Queen Elizabeth, to always address my presence. This really means the world to me, actually. Since today is the first SDG goal, I will not say much, but I will share a small story that was that actually is part of my story, actually. There's a friend of mine in Cameroon. They had this thing, the Boko Haram, if you're familiar with it. They actually hacked all of their lives, and they had a community gathered from all parts of the area, from east, west, north, south, and they made a base camp. And they are starting life anew with no resource. But regardless of that, they still carry a smile with them. And, there was a time when one of my friends asked, he posted, he did not have a good device, but still then he posted a squash on the Facebook. My friend asked, like, what made you smile with that squash? And he said, like, I'm going to have food. I'm going to have the squash after four days. Meaning they did not have food for 4 days. And he's a teacher as well. And to what I learned was he has 30 students and he's educating them on French. And he is charging $15. I don't know where the money is coming, but maybe the resource that they had, they maybe, that was, he was using it to educate. Now, the thing is, if they have to go to the hospital for any kind of treatment, they have to walk for 3 days, which meaning 300 miles they have to walk. So I do not think, like, when I listen to his stories, I feel I'm very fortunate in every possible way. And I think nobody deserves that kind of life, at least to the least, have a meal. What everybody is doing their part, and which is amazing. We are also doing our best, but I suppose we should try. We can try harder and reach out such kind of outreach areas. They're not safe out there. They do not have any water source as well. They have 26 water source, but there's no source of water for drinking. But at a point, one source of water was built for them, like the water tank. So that's what I have to say. And it has been amazing listening to all of you. Thank you so much for giving me this opportunity, Dr. Raja and Dr. Professor Vijay Caroline, namesake, for giving me this opportunity. Thank you so much. Looking forward to attending more of the events in the coming days.
Thank you, Excellency. Thank you so much. Now it's open for anyone who are interested from our guests. Anyone can speak, 1 or 2 minutes. Adrian Daisley, brother, can you say? Or we go for vote of thanks? Yes. Adrian Daisley, brother, is there. Thank you, brother.
You're welcome, Dr. Raja. Royalties, honorable leaders, excellencies, specially invited guests, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so very much for the privilege to address you today on a critical topic, the role of sustainable development and ending poverty. Now, I know that we're not going to be going into great detail today because we're just really saying thank you for the opportunity to speak to each and every one of you. But I thought it fitting to start by addressing the SDGs as a call to action to end poverty. To end poverty among us, we need to realize that we need to protect our planet and ensure that people enjoy peace and prosperity. Our very excellencies who've gone before us, Honorable Queen Eden and Dr. Lucas, they've all touched on some very interesting topics. I want to say that Barbados is actively working towards contributing to the achievement of the Sustainable Development Goals. Through various initiatives and policies, the government of Barbados has recognized the importance of SDGs and has integrated them into the country's National Development Plan. One of the main initiatives that Barbados has taken to contribute to the SDGs is the implementation of the Barbados Sustainable Recovery Plan. This plan aims to promote economic growth, social development, while ensuring environmental sustainability. The plan includes measures to support renewable energy, sustainable agriculture, and climate change adaptation, which are critical components of the SDGs. Barbados has also made significant progress towards achieving the SDG 4, which focuses on ensuring inclusive, equitable, quality education for all. This organization, your organization, Dr. Raja, is making a tremendous difference in our world. And it gives me great pleasure to just greet each and every one of you, distinguished ladies and gentlemen here with us today, because we need each other to make a significant difference in our world. And so I humbly say thank you, and I am obliged. Thank you.
Thank you, dear brother. Thank you so much. I hope it's 10:55. it's a time to go for vote of thanks. Before I say vote of thanks, I invite Professor Dr. Vijay Carolyn ma'am to say concluding remarks for 1 minute. Then the program will be concluded with vote of thanks. Professor Dr. Vijay Carolyn ma'am, over to you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for inviting me. It's a wonderful platform and wonderful organization where we have all our family members. We all gathered here to discuss about the problems of the society, of the nation and the globe. And I feel that every one of us spoke on these topics, that is the burning topics of the world, that is peace and sustainable development goals. It has to be attained. And I'm sure that we have gained a lot of insights, inputs, and views, and we have noted everything, and we together implement for the welfare of the society, nation, and the globe. And we call it as a Vasudhaika Kutumbam, where we are as one family, work together as one for the upliftment of the globe. So thank you very much. I would like to convey and express my gratitude to all the vice chancellors, honorable vice chancellors of different central universities, Krishnan Garu, Najma Akhtar ma'am, then Tripathi sir, and Murali Manohar sir, and Purushottam Garu, Guruji Garu, for joining us. And I would like to express my gratitude and love to my family members, patrons, global leaders, and especially the directors of Vishwa Humanity United International Royal Council and the chief guest speakers. Thank you very much for being with us, staying for a long period, more patiently, as we all, the social activists, focus mainly on the global peace. Thank you very much for being with us once again, and I humbly express my gratitude. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you so much. We are going for vote of thanks. We are starting from Ambassador Dr. Stephen, brother. Thank you, brother. We will soon hear from you because today the time is over, but we have 17 days of time ahead of us. We will surely hear from you. Thank you. Thank you so much. Adrian Daisley, brother. Thank you for the closing speech you have given today. It's so beautiful, brother. It's so beautiful like you, because whenever you appear on the screen, you add charm to the screen. Thank you, brother. Thank you so much. You are a good friend of me for the long time. Thank you so much. Let's continue this for social cause. Thank you. Thank you so much, brother. Then Annaji, thank you for joining. Cynthia Viniji, your schedule will be ahead. Thank you. Thank you for joining today. And Dr. Manju Sarkar, ma'am, thank you for joining and staying here up to the end of this program. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you so much. And Shelly Bist, ma'am, you are so amazing. I like poetry very much. Today, your speech is like a poetical journey. I felt very happy. Thank you so much, ma'am. That's so beautiful. And our Parin Somani, ma'am, still she is there. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you so much. Whenever I see iPhone 52, that represents the great lady, Iron Lady, Dr. Parin Somani, ma'am. Thank you, Excellency, for staying here. Poonam Goti, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you. Be here from you soon. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you for joining. And our own Queen Elizabeth Lucas, ma'am. Thank you, Excellency, for your kind support. Actually, we have to appreciate you because these days you are changing so rapidly. The way you are grooming and the screen presence, you have completely changed a lot. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you so much. You're so wonderful and amazing. Your look. Thank you. Thank you so much. My friend, Professor Nada. Thank you, Nadaji. Whenever you are there, we feel that it's a strength to us because you are running so many programs successfully. It gives us a great boost to us. Thank you for your presence and support. Shrikant Kalulkar, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you. If you are there, we feel so great. Thank you for your beautiful presence. And Carolyn, teacher, Lazolu Carolyn, ma'am, from Nagaland. Thank you, Excellency. Thank you with us. And your schedule is there ahead. And we'll join once again. So These panel sessions will go on every day. So whoever speakers interested can join, irrespective whether you are a speaker or not. But still, every day we'll give half an hour time for floor session. But tomorrow onwards, we are thinking of making 2 hours, because if you put it 2 hours, it will go to 2.5 hours or 3 hours. So we are sitting for 2 hours from tomorrow onwards. We'll see how it ends. But anyway, thank you, Excellencies. Thank you so much. Our chief guests, our honorable vice chancellors, they are commendable. They did a commendable job. They had given a great boost for, that required for all the 17 days. And special guests, Hamsa Nandini ma'am and Rohini Naidu. These both are so beautiful people in heart, because they are doing commendable job. One is for cancer patients, and one Rohini ma'am for girls empowerment. Really, these 2 people are celebrities, being celebrities and film actors. They are doing wonderful job for our society. Really, they are so special. And our Maharaj, Purushottam Maharaj, he really enthralled us with his wonderful words, so inspiring words. Thank you, Maharaj, for joining us. And I want to say sorry from this platform to our beloved Empress, our Imperial Majesty Elham Madani, because whatever the time I have given to her, she said that so these are the 2 hours I sleep. So you have, because in 24 hours, she is working hard for 22. So in 24 hours, she has been working hard for 22 hours, only 2 hours that left. And I have given that time, and I asked her to join any 5 minutes or 10 minutes during these 2 hours. She said, really, I'm very sorry for the situation. But she will join certainly in the coming days, and because she is with us always, having her presence really so great. Tara ma'am joined today, but unfortunately, as the Vice Chancellor speeches are going on, she was busy in the US. We were unable to adjust her time. I saw 3 or 4 missed calls from her mobile and 10 or 15 messages. Really, we sorry, Excellency, for that. So anyway, these are our people, our board of directors and our patrons. So our journey will go ahead, and all Excellencies, whoever joined today, really, you have done a wonderful job. Whether I mention your name or not, that is not at all matter, but your presence that has given us a great strength to run all these coming 17 days. Certainly we'll do it. And on the 18th day, we have some wonderful guests that are coming to conclude this in the valedictory ceremony of 18th May. That would happen. Thank you so much. And last but not the least, there are many times I think that whether I am doing things properly or not. So I thought of I want to leave all these things. I want to go and join a school as work as a teacher. So that's what I think many times, because it's a lot of stress, because everything seems to be, it's very close to us, and tomorrow going to a miracle will happen. That's what we do think every day, because in the month of December, we received a call from President office. So we have to meet Honorable President in Hyderabad. That is on December 30. So everything, police inquiry was made and everything went on. Once the inquiry was completed, then 2 or 3 days there was a news, COVID is coming, COVID is doing that, this, there. So our program was cancelled. And recently, then there was from Home Ministry, one inquiry was done, one inquiry was made. So they felt very happy regarding the sustainable work we are doing, regarding the peace work we are doing. They are very much happy, and they sent a positive report about our programs. We hope that soon we get a call from our Honorable, we are expecting a call from Honorable President of India or Honorable Prime Minister of India. So it would happen, because we are doing good things and good things will come to us. But there are times when we think that just stop all these things and let's go back to some school or college, just lead a life. That's what I think. But whenever I think there is a woman, not to say a woman, something like it's more than that, because a woman is a power. Actually, we are talking about women empowerment, but women is giving empowerment to the whole nation and even to the planet. That's what the thing. But they are always behind the curtains. So we gents are visible to everyone. But here I want to mention Professor Dr. Vijay Carney ma'am, because many times we thought that whether we are going upward, backward, we don't know where we are. these are the things that come in our way, but then ma'am comes and she stands as a backbone. And sir, we are doing the good thing. We are doing the good thing for the society. So certainly we have to move ahead, because there are times when we feel hopeless, when we feel pathetic, because our family situations, the society, these are all question us, because whether we are doing right thing or wrong thing. Because when we, if we have a small target, it can be understood whether it can happen or not. But when we have a big thing, all peace and making the world a better place, when we are giving lengthy speeches, it's 2 years, 3 years, nothing is happening. But we are hoping that there are many organizations coming forward to take for MOUs, and we are going to execute the things sooner. And even government also has a soft corner towards our work. Soon the things are happening. Soon we'll get a call, and we'll get a support from government, because without the support of governments we can't do anything. And we are getting good support from even international organizations. So anyway, we do good things to eradicate, especially first of all, we want to fight against eradication of poverty and promoting education. These two things are our first priority, because if we focus on these two, automatically all 15 will be done. So in such a way, we are planning, and we will promote all these sustainable development goals, irrespective of place and all. But it takes time. But anyway, we have patience, because if some other people would come and say, last year you said that, before last year you said that, because there are so many questions and queries like that come. But we and Professor Dr. Vijay will have a talk. So we are doing good things and larger things with a greater magnitude. So when we have this much of magnitude, certainly takes time, because they do not happen in single day. We have to work hard. We have to wait. Patience is required. That's what we encourage each other. We motivate each other, because if we turn back, there are many people, those who are waiting and say, yes, we said no, you quit utter failure. That's what. Then this time, whenever we send a message, international organizations, Vice Chancellor, world #1 universities, the moment we ask the message from them, endorsement from them, immediately they send us a letter. They send us a message, because they think that even they think that we are doing the good thing. They have a trust in us, but the thing is, we don't have trust in us. Even when we requested governments, central ministers, governors, chief ministers, they send their messages. Actually, my goal is to connect one meeting on all these messages. We'll do that soon. We should dedicate one day for, because they are beautiful messages. I'm spreading all these messages through social media, but still I wanted to, one day with all our eminent speakers, I wanted to conduct one discussion, because it gives us strength, what these people are saying about peace and sustainable development goals. So with this, I have a power. I believe in God. God is supporting us. God is encouraging us. So we have the blessings of God. That is the one thing. Then here, I have the support of Professor Dr. Vijay ma'am, because of what I am heading towards the bigger goal. And we together, it's nearly 10 plus years our journey together as a friends, colleagues, a brother and sister. Then it's going ahead. We can see the better results we are getting day by day. And soon we can do better things for the society. If not millions, because earlier, just with the letters, we did so many good things to society. Because when there are problems in several nations, through communication, we have thrown a light on those issues, and we try to rectify them. So we headed towards executing in a physical way. We think that it would happen in coming days. In 2024 World Peace Summit, we today discussed that. Madam, in the next meeting, our thing is we have to give a report. What are the things that we have done during this 1 year? We have to make a list, and we have to present those things in the beginning of opening ceremony of World Peace Summit 2024. Hope these things will happen. Once again, I want to say thanks to all our beautiful people, those who are with us, all beautiful people in heart, those who are working hard for this humanity, sustainable development goals and peace, harmony, which is the need of the hour. Thank you so much. And Professor Dr. Vijay Carrier ma'am, thank you ma'am for your ultimate support. Thank you so much. You are making what we are today. And in our combination, certainly we do wonderful things for the downtrodden people. Thank you so much. So with this, we are concluding inaugural ceremony, and we'll go ahead for a valedictory ceremony on the 18th. During this period, you can join at any time, irrespective of whether